out of the park with a stunning ring from Golden Nugget Jewelers. We have all the designer bridal brands like Tacori, Baraggio, Simon G, and more. The largest selection of loose diamonds at the best prices guaranteed. Enjoy a stress-free shopping experience with our highly trained staff located on the corner of 8th and Chestnut. Proud partners of the Philadelphia Phillies. Golden Nugget Jewelers, where Philly gets engaged.
Mayor, remember how I told you Burlington was all zhuzhed up? It's better, yeah, not the Coke factory no more. They're better than ever, okay? And now they're an official partner of the Philadelphia Phillies. That's right, our Phils. And they're celebrating by giving away 2 free tickets to every Phillies home game. Now through August 14th. I mean, do you die? Enter at burlington.com/Phillies for your chance to win. It's easy, Burlington. Deals, brands, wow. No purchase necessary, limited to the tri-state area. See official rules at burlington.com/Phillies for more details.
Back here on Phillies on Deck, presented by the Scoreboard here in Miami as the Phils and the Marlins get set to play Game 2 here on this Tuesday night. Happy to welcome in, as always, the president of baseball operations for the Phils, Dave Dombrowski, joining us here. Good to talk to you. And I know it's a busy week. I know things are starting to heat up. They're starting to ramp up. The phone's ringing a lot. How would you characterize your conversations that you're having right now as we approach the trade deadline?
Well, it is a very busy time, and I think part of it is you just have to be aware of, in our positions, of as much as you can of everything that's taken place. And that's what we make sure that we're doing between.
Driven deep to left field. Going back Ramos. Track. Wall. See ya. A home run for Giancarlo Stanton. And the Yankees lead to 3-0.
Got a lot of giddy up on it. Hey now.
Bludgeoned. He knew it.
It's just ridiculous upper body strength. Be able to muscle that ball.
Halfway up in the bleachers in left field. Stanton was 414.
108 miles an hour up the bat.
Big G, ringing the bell. His first homer of the season. His second RBI in as many games.
You could describe Tulsa as a big, small town or a small, big city.
Tulsa is a very mixed city of arts and film and sports. I mean, it's a true melting pot of all kinds of things.
Professional baseball in Tulsa, it's actually older than the state of Oklahoma.
It's nice to play in front of, fans that you see on a daily basis.
I'm gonna go check out Food Truck Row. So, what did you guys get today?
Philly cheesesteaks.
Both of you got the same thing. Are they that good?
Oh, yeah.
Got a hot dog and some fries.
Just kind of basic ballpark.
Chicken bacon sandwich.
Uh-huh.
Philly cheesesteak.
Okay.
And some
crinkle cut fries.
Okay, where are you guys from?
We're from Dallas.
Dallas. That's what's fun about baseball. It brings different regions together, not just the ball and glove and bat, but what we're eating.
Favorite games from MLB Play are back, bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the Ultimate Mystery Player Challenge, and Immaculate Grid, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play, only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Those are really the guys that you choose not to trade. Now, maybe you have to trade them over time period, but you're also in a position where most clubs don't start coming off those names until later on. Now, when will that happen? I don't know. So I really never have a... and that's why I think it's a question when people ask that, and somebody asked me inside there, one of our coaches, how many trading deadlines have you been? I thought, I think this is 38. I've never been in a position where I haven't had players to make a trade. Never. When I've had the strongest minor league system, which was in Montreal, or I've had systems that haven't been regarded as being as strong. Never had that issue. It's sometimes just a matter of who you will be willing to give up for what quality of player. So that's what you always have to weigh in your own mind. And we have plenty of good players. Now, if you start stacking up some versus some other organizations and you're lying, let's say you're talking about the best player out on the market and you're offering 3 players and they're offering 3 players, maybe they have 3 better players to offer than you do. But it isn't that you don't have the players to offer. It's just dependent upon who you want to give up.
Yeah, and oftentimes beauty's in the eye of the beholder as well. So there's that as well. All right, last trade deadline question. Is there anything in your mind that's off the table? Anything, any person, any scenario? Or are you wide open at this point?
Well, you're always wide open to being in a position to improve your club however you can. I think that you need to be open-minded. But with a club like ours, you're pretty well solidified in many different positions. So you're really not looking to normally shake up your club at this time of the year. So you're looking to add to where you feel your weaknesses are. But if somebody comes up tomorrow, and it's the same time of thing I always have even said in the wintertime, if you have Miguel Cabrera in his prime and somebody offers you 2 Miguel Cabreras, you're going to make the trade. Normally doesn't happen. But I think unless you're open-minded, you don't know that would even take place. So I think you have to be open-minded when you're talking to clubs, and you never can tell what idea comes out. But I think all in all, we're open-minded, but we're also kind of focused on what we primarily feel we need.
Do you feel like if you add a couple of pieces to this team, do you still feel very confident this is a team that can make a deep run into the postseason?
I think so. I don't know why we would not. Now, we're not playing well now. If we played the way we played in the month of July, I guess, overall, I mean, we had some good games, but we haven't. I don't think we've had our best month, let's just say. But I think we're better than that, and we've shown that we're better than that. So I think if we get in the postseason and we play the way we're capable of playing, which I feel that we will, I think we have a chance to play with anybody. You have to go out and do it. You can't just say it. But I mean, I'm not really sure. I mean, people forget, like last year, they talk about very important, the regular season. We have to get there. But we were 5-1 in the regular season versus the Dodgers last year, right? Nobody says that at all, right? It doesn't really count. So it's how you do in the postseason. And we went toe-to-toe with them for a 4-game series, and they beat us. But I think when we play at our best and we have our guys out there, that we can play with anybody, and just have to get a big hit there, or make a big play there, or make a big pitch, and we can get it done.
All right, let's change focus a little bit, because I haven't had a chance to talk with you since the Major League Baseball draft. And so just a synopsis on how you feel like it went for the organization. I know you got some really good players in the draft. We'll see where they end up. But overall, how did you feel?
Well, we're very happy. And I have to admit, when I'm involved in that, I'm reading the reports all year long that come in. But I depend on Brian Barber to run that draft, and he's the one that makes those decisions for us. We've always been on the same page that we think it's important to go for upside with players if we can, and we're doing that in Latin America a great deal now. But I think you're willing maybe to take a chance here or a chance there on somebody you think might have a better, higher upside than somebody who might be a more certainty and maybe not be as good a player. And you weigh those factors all the time. But Brian felt very good about it. We felt good. We came up with Spangler, our number 1 pick. If he didn't have the little bit of back issue, which we feel is fine, he's already down in Florida and doing his thing, that he wouldn't have been available for us to draft. So he led the group, and yes, we were very happy with the guys that we selected.
All right, and then finally, just you mentioned coming out of the All-Star break, it's been a little bit slow for this team, and certainly not playing their best baseball. Do you think the lack of rest in the early game, the Thursday night game, and all of that has played a part, or do you think it's one of those things, veteran club, kind of just waiting to see what happens next week, and then they can kick it into gear? Do you have any thoughts on that?
Well, I hope it's not they're waiting to see what happens. That should never be the case, because they can only control what they do on the field. So nobody should ever use that as a factor in how we perform. I'm not sure. The All-Star break really wasn't an All-Star break for some of our guys, but I'm not sure. I just don't think we're just playing very well right now. So I think we can kick it into gear. And you go through those ups and downs all season long, so it just coincides with it. But in some ways, I thought, well, A lot of times I worry when you come back and play on Friday for the first time, you've had 4 days down, and then how are you going to play? So this time we played on Thursday, and it didn't help us. So I just don't think we're playing very well right now overall as a club, but all it does is take a good game or a couple of well-pitched games, and you're back in the gear, because that should be right around the corner, too.
Well, hopefully that starts tonight. Dave, I appreciate your time. I appreciate your candidness as well. Thanks for being with us.
Thanks, Mark. Appreciate it.
All right, Dave Dombrowski, our guest. We'll take a quick break. We've got more to come, so stay with us on the Phillies Radio Network.
Here's a tale of Becky. Didn't know what to do with new meds prescribed and no real cost clue.
She squinted at prices, that can't be right. Then tapped GoodRx and saw the light.
She could get a deal. Book telehealth if she feels.
Learn about those meds without any stress. That one little app does all the rest. Even my horse downloaded it. Dang, it saved time and money on prescriptions.
Pete Crow Armstrong is a walking highlight reel in the outfield, but on Monday night, he put together an offensive tape for the ages with his first career cycle. The Cubs star has been on a tear in June, posting an OPS north of 1,000 since the month kicked off. Things are going so well for the 24-year-old right now that even the toughest parts of the cycle were no challenge.
A bleacher souvenir for PCA.
PCA opened the game with a 434-foot leadoff blast to right center, and followed that up with a triple in the third.
Home run, first at-bat, triple, second at-bat.
After a fifth-inning double, he made history in the seventh, recording the 13th cycle in Cubs history and becoming the first Cub to do it in reverse order.
He did it! And the fans are loving them some Pete Crow Armstrong here.
PCA's perfect day helped the Cubs mount a late comeback and cap off a historic night.
Cubs win! Sing it!
Perfect relay from Bench to Lindor to Bichette, and Ohtani outstretching a double into a triple. Second outfield assist of the night for Carson Bench. Perfect one-hop strike to Alvarez.
What a night for Anthony Siegler. Maybe his biggest as a big leaguer. 4 hits, 2 driven in.
That one up the middle. Oh! Nico steals a run. Throw back to third. And Bregman puts the tag on him. Heads up play and great athleticism. It's IQ and the athlete.
What a start for Tarek Scoop. 7 1/3, 1 run on 4 hits, 12 strikeouts, 91 pitches, and 68 strikes.
Now, Cam Schlittler could not have been better tonight. He was incredible in this 1-0 game.
You know, the thing that's so impressive about all of this, 12 strikeouts, no walks.
In a big-time spot here in the 8th. It's the 2-2 pitch. Yelich, a high drive, deep right, down the line, fair, and gone! Yelich delivers in the clutch. And he left nothing in the tank.
My God, how far did that go? A bomb.
421 feet away.
My goodness.
Christian Yelich, a 3-run blast.
Harper has hit .326 with 3 home runs off of Alcantara. His 40 career homers against the Marlins are tied with Chipper Jones for 4th most all-time, behind Freddie Freeman, Ryan Howard, and Ryan Zimmerman in that list. Number 3, last night's win, the Marlins, with last night's win, the Marlins are 32-23 here at home. Their 32 home wins are tied with Atlanta for the 2nd most in the National League, behind only Milwaukee. The Marlins' problems, they are on the road, where they are 10 games under 500. And number 4, the Marlins have logged multiple stolen bases in 5 straight games. In fact, they've stolen 13 stolen bases in that span to run their season total up to 117 stolen bases. Only the Nationals, with 120, have more in baseball. So there you have it, your wrap 4 things to know for this Game 2 of this 3-game series. Take another quick break. When we come back, Scott Fransky sits with the manager, Don Mattingly. That's coming up on the other side. Stay with us on the Phillies Radio Network.
The Score Bet is an official sports betting partner of your Philadelphia Phillies. Whether you're backing the Phillies money line or getting in on the latest promos in the app, the Score Bet is your home for betting baseball this season. More action, more rewards, more for you. Right now, new players can get their first bet insured up to $1,000 in bonus bets. Download the Score Bet app today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
This summer, the Honey Pepper Pimento Chicken Sandwich and Pineapple Dragon Fruit and Sprite are back at Chick-fil-A.
Girl, it's back. We've been waiting. I love that Honey Pepper Pimento Sandwich.
And that Pineapple Dragon Fruit and Sprite is everything. It's got that razzle-dazzle that makes you stop and say, okay, wait a minute.
I love the creaminess of the pimento cheese. It's savory, it's bold, it's flavorful.
Our faves are back. High five, girl.
Which fan favorite will you choose? Real customers paid for their testimonials.
It's time, Philly, for first pitches, plays at home plate, and safe at first base. It's officially baseball season. Watching our guys in pinstripes or taking your kid to his first practice, game day is always better with Gerhard's in the bullpen. Laundry deals that'll knock out grass days, grills that'll bring the heat to every barbecue, and refrigerators to keep your cold ones ice cold. Let Gerhard's make your home a hit with home run prices. Gerhard's Appliances, Phillies cleanup hitter since 1945.
Notice how some homes sell faster in your neighborhood? It's not luck. It's local know-how. RE/MAX agents know their streets, schools, and communities inside and out. And with RE/MAX, those local pros are everywhere. Which means when you're ready to buy or sell, you'll get trusted neighborhood insight that puts you a step ahead. Reach out today. RE/MAX, the experts close to home. Each office independently owned and operated.
Welcome back to Phillies on Deck, presented by the Score Bet on this Tuesday night from Lone Depot Park in Miami. And Don Mattingly, obviously a pretty tough one last night. The beginning and the end, trouble spots for two of the best pitchers on this staff, of course. And those things happen every now and then. And like Zach Wheeler said last night, just an off night. Is that what you saw?
That's what we saw from the very beginning. It felt like, the ball just didn't jump out of his hand. There's days when you feel like, ooh, this fastball's taking off today. And when he's like that, then everything just gets better with it. So last night was one of those nights that kind of got him early and just never really got it going. You're thinking, okay, maybe you get moving here in a second and then keep going and really just never seemed like it was going to get going. And it didn't feel like, okay, this is not the night to push Zach to try to get an extra inning out of him or anything like that.
And everything's fine with him medically?
Yeah, we haven't had nothing coming back our way when we do our medical meeting in the mornings or before the game. Just sounds like the ball wasn't coming out, and possibly one of those nights. I mean, we've seen it with Sanchi a little bit, in Milwaukee. We've seen it in Kansas City where it just didn't seem like that had quite the fire on the fastball, and usually everything goes with that.
And I guess it's kind of a reminder of why you have been pretty steadfast in trying to make sure guys get the extra rest. Especially those big three starters get the extra rest when it's available.
Yeah, it's not like we can pull up, somebody and feel like, oh, we'll fill that spot, give Zach a little break or give Sanchi a little break. We've got to be able to try to.
Well, Kirby will get a front row view of this. Want a juice box while you're down there, George?
The glasses, watch the glasses. Yeah, don't break the glasses. Just putting on a poncho.
What is Robles doing?
You saw that too.
He's going to go warm up. What's he doing?
So man in front with the hat. His hat caught the ball. Then he got it like it's my ball. Oh, good.
Battling the sun. He can't make the play. And it falls in. So whatever's going on in that sky, it's an equal opportunity offender.
He's still back. He will leap, and he caught it. Luis Lara up against the wall. Deep left center field. Buxton and Martin, but it is Byron who caught that ball.
Collins is onto the track. He's at the fence. He leaps. He grabs it. He robs Riley Green of a grand slam.
Nico steals a run. Heads up play and great athleticism.
Harris leaped, and he just robbed him. What a play by Michael Harris. Bellinger goes back. He leaps. He's got it.
That's why he has that gold patch on his glove.
Going back to the track near the wall. Jumps up and makes a remarkable catch.
Benj under it. Makes the one-hand catch. Here comes Freeman. Here comes the throw. It's a good one. The slide. Out of the play.
It's a squibbing ground walk. Caballero diving play. From his knees. He throws out Bohm.
Coming on, Cam Smith with a sliding catch. Cam takes one away from Murakami.
Stopping short by Williamson, gets up and throws him out at first to retire the side.
To see all this excitement around what I love to do growing up, it's crazy.
What's your favorite thing about this whole event so far?
The fusion of sports, entertainment, and cars.
That's awesome.
Because to me, cars have always been entertainment, and they're getting their just dessert now.
Te encantan los jugadores. Te encanta el juego.
¡Y se fue!
Ahora puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas, jerseys autografiados y más, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores agregados toda la temporada. Cada artículo es autenticado por MLB para asegurar que lo que llega directamente a tu hogar es original. ¿Quieres una parte del juego? Visita auctions.mlb.com.
If the slider's good, he puts a lot of pressure on you. He's throwing some more curveballs now. He threw more against us in Philly. But for the most part, you got to get him up, got to get him out over the plate, and don't let him run you into the ground.
All right, sounds good, Don. We appreciate the time. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
That's Don Mattingly joining us here on the show. We'll take time out and have more for you coming up right after this.
On average, 4 children are struck by a car every week in Philadelphia. That's why City Council and Mayor Parker enacted the new Safe Streets for Students Act and joined the Philadelphia Parking Authority and installed speed enforcement cameras in designated school zones throughout the city to slow down cars and help save children's lives. Please join the PPA, Mayor Parker, and Philadelphia City Council and help us save lives. Please slow down. Save lives.
It's the bottom of the ninth, bases loaded, and your energy's running low.
I need a hit. Help me out, Coach.
Forget the soda. Grab an Everfresh juices and juice drinks. It's blended from the finest quality fruits that'll get you back in the game.
Whether you're rooting from the stands or stepping up to the plate, choose from mouth-watering flavors like cran strawberry, mango, lemonade, pineapple, orange, and more. Every bottle delivers fresh taste every time. Everfresh juices and juice drinks, the official juice of Big Hits and Big Thirst. Find your flavor and stay refreshed this summer.
Hey, Philly fans, Ryan Howard here. When you're at Citizens Bank Park, make sure to stop at Colby's Southern Kiss Chicken near Section 120. Colby serves up the freshest ingredients and the best in Southern-style chicken sandwiches, including the Colby's Original, Nashville Hot, and my personal favorite, the Big Piece. And don't forget to save room for the incredible Peach Spoon Pie. You can also find a Colby's location in Mount Holly, New Jersey. See you at Colby's this summer.
Hey Phillies fans, Tom McCarthy here. If you're bringing your family to Citizens Bank Park this season, there's something new for the kids. The King Swings Playground is now open inside the first base gate. A Phillies-themed playground where kids can climb, slide, and play just steps from the action. My family chose King Swings for the swing set in our own backyard. We love the craftsmanship, the safety, and of course, the Phillies branded design. From backyards to ballparks, King Swings is built for play. King Swings, official playground partner of the Phils.
Welcome back. We are out of time here on Phillies on Deck. Our thanks to Alan Rodriguez Engineering here in our booth and Dan Wilson back in our Phillies studio.
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back, bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the Ultimate Mystery Player Challenge, and Immaculate Grid, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play, only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
I believe this one's it's a rookie card, I know, but I feel like it's the first card that I ever, big league card. Obviously, as a kid, trying to get to the big leagues, the dream of making it, but as a kid that had cards, right, as a kid, this is like seeing your card the first time is pretty cool. So that's pretty powerful when you see that card.
Dominic Canzone, you think about this time a year ago, he was off the radar when you think about it, right?
Canzone plugs this deep out to the gap. Right center field. Dom Canzone! An opening night bomb. And the Mariners have taken the lead.
Well, Dom Canzone picking up right where he left off. This was a sinker, middle part of the plate. Got that foot down, all those adjustments he made with that swing and that lower half last year. A huge contributor.
I'm Jonathan Mayer, and for more than 20 years, I've traced the path of baseball's rising stars, navigating the back roads of the national pastime and basking in the glow of small-town America's spirit, where the team is woven into the fabric of everyday life, where it's more than just a game. It's a celebration of the people, the traditions, and the culture that give these places their soul. This is Grassroots.
Game series as the Philadelphia Phillies look to bounce back when they take on their division rivals, the Miami Marlins. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Baseball Indoors here in South Florida. Scott Fransky with you alongside Kevin Stocker. Alan Rodriguez is our engineer in the booth tonight as the Phillies will send righty Aaron Nola to the mound, trying to get back on track after a loss last night for the Phillies in which they led entering the ninth inning. It's been a long time since the Phillies suffered a defeat like that. Yohan Duran blowing the save, just his second blown save of the season. So the Phillies come into tonight's ball game having lost 7 out of 10 since the All-Star break. They're 57-50 for the year. The Marlins, meanwhile, still with playoff aspirations of their own. They're a game under the 500 mark at 53-54. They will have Sandy Alcantara on the mound tonight, and their longtime veteran right-hander. Will he be traded a week from now at the trade deadline? Who knows? If he were to be dealt, that would make this his final start tonight in a Marlins uniform. Lineup card exchange about to happen at home plate. We'll get to that starting lineup of the first pitch of tonight's ballgame. It is game number 108 on the season, and we'll have it for you next on the Phillies Radio Network.
4 years and thriving. That's when Manco & Manco opened its first location off the Jersey Shore since its founding in 1956. Guess what, Phils fans? You have even more ways to enjoy the preferred pizza of the Phils. Manco & Manco, the first and last name in pizza, is still available at Ashburn Alley, Pass and Stowe, Miller Lite, Liberty Landing, and behind sections 323 and 137. But now there are locations at section 110, 210, and 2 spots on the Cadillac Hall of Fame Club. New season, same legendary pizza. Visit mancospizza.com.
In your community or in your home, Nemours Children's nationally recognized pediatric specialists are here to help your child achieve.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game, post-game, and everything in between. This is baseball your way. With real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
Two-run double.
So Rockies is really like where my major league career really took off. You know, it was a special time in my life, 7 years with the team. And this jersey in particular, 2018 postseason patch on it here. So I've always kept all these jerseys with the patch on them because that's what it's all about, is getting to the playoffs and trying to win the championship. You know, the black jersey with the cutoff, not a lot of teams rock the cutoff anymore, but this is a jersey we wore all the time in Colorado.
Tonight's game is brought to you by Roto-Rooter. It's the top of the ninth, and wait a minute, there's a flood in the dugout.
Who tried to fix the pipes with chewing gum and hope? Call Roto-Rooter Stat. Our phone only calls the bullpen. Bring in the closer.
Time to shut down that leak. Get out of this jam.
And boom! The pros from Roto-Rooter save the game.
And away go troubles down the drain. Roto-Rooter.
Mickey Morandini here for Visit Delco. When you're ready to get outside and feel the sunshine, there's no better place for that than Delco, where there is literally something for everyone. There's more than 200 miles of tracks and trails, world-class gardens, farmers markets, free music festivals, and authentic downtowns where you can shop, eat, and hang out and cheer on the fields with hundreds of your closest friends. They say Delco's a lot, and they're right. Plan your visit today at visitdelco.com. That's visitdelco.com.
Ready to get underway with the first inning tonight here in Miami. Glad to have you along with us on this Tuesday night. We'll get to the starting lineups as we go. They're brought to you, as always, by Xfinity. Get reliable Wi-Fi at one price for 5 years. Xfinity, imagine that. Trey Turner, as usual, leads off. After that, things look a little bit different tonight for the Phillies. Turner, the shortstop, standing in from the right side against right-hander Sandy Alcantara. And his first pitch of the night is on the way. It's swung on and missed. And it's 0-1 to Turner. Underway at 6:40 on the nose. Right on time here tonight, where the roof is closed as usual. Here in South Florida. 0-1 pitch. And that one is a strike called. And it's 0-2. Bryson Stott will follow. He's going to bat second tonight and play second base. Hitting third, the designated hitter, is Bryce Harper. Alec Bowman, the cleanup spot, he gets the first base assignment tonight. The 0-2 to Turner, swung on and fouled back. Brandon Marsh will bat fifth and play left field. Batting 60, third baseman is Edmundo Sosa. Justin Crawford is going to hit seventh and play center field. Batting eighth, the right fielder Brian De La Cruz. And Garrett Stubbs behind the plate doing the catching tonight. He's going to bat ninth. 0-2 still on Turner. Here's the pitch. And it's up high. So again, Turner, Stott, Harper, Bohm, Marsh, Sosa, Crawford, De La Cruz, and Stubbs. And of course, Aaron Nola making the start against Sandy Alcantara. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. And the righty deals. And the pitch, it's up high. And it's 2-2. Turner batting .244 on the season. With 14 homers, 41 runs batted in. Turner 1 for 5 in the game last night. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 1 away.
SEPTA starting pitcher scouting report. Sandy Alcantara, 30 years old, 10-6, 4.01 ERA. 7 pitches. The hard stuff, sinker, four seam, and cutter. It's running about 98, 99 tonight. That's what Trey just saw. Secondaries, changeup, sweeper, slider, and curveball. The K percentage for him, strikeout percentage, a little down this year. This is brought to you by SEPTA. SEPTA brings us all together.
That'll bring up Bryson Stott, who bats second in the order tonight. The first pitch to Stott is a strike called. Defensively, the Marlins with Kyle Stowers at first base, Xavier Edwards at second, Otto Lopez the shortstop, and over at third base tonight, it's Graham Pauley getting the start. The 0-1 pitch on the way, and it's fouled back. In the outfield, Heriberto Hernandez in left, Jacob Marcy in center. The right fielder is Griffin Conine, and again Joe Mack doing the catching for Miami. Stott down to the count, 0-2, just as Turner was. And Alcantara delivers. And the pitch swung on and missed. And Stott strikes out, just as Turner did. 2 up, 2 down.
Wow. Another thing about Alcantara now, in the past, he's always been sinker changeup combo. That was his bread and butter. Now, the sinker, the hard stuff this year, it's starting to get hit a little bit. Guys are onto it. They're getting after it. So he's gone a little bit more to the sweeper, some of the side movement with a slider as well. Now, he's got really good command of all the pitches. That's what makes him so tough.
That'll bring up Bryce Harper. Harper, who homered last night. Good lifetime numbers against Alcantara in the pitch. And that is a strike called. Dexter Kelly calling the balls and strikes tonight as our home plate umpire. Shane Livensparger at first, Dan Merzel at second, and Dan Bellino, the crew chief. He's at third base tonight. 0-1 on the way, and it's fouled back, and it's 0-2. And each of the first 3 hitters find themselves down in the count, no balls, 2 strikes. Alcantara, already the all-time leader in strikeouts for this franchise with the 0-2, and that one just missed. And Joe Mack electing not to challenge on that one. So the count 1-2 now to Harper. His homer in the first inning last night is 22nd of the year. The wind of the 1-2 pitch. Swung on, fouled back. And he's got a whole bunch of at-bats against Sandy. Alcantara facing the Phillies tonight for the 24th time in his career. He's 7-11 with a .384 earned run average. The 1-2. Swung on, popped up, back behind the plate. Joe Mack tossing away the mask. He's got room. He makes the catch. So 2 strikeouts and a foul pop out to the catcher. And it's a 1-2-3 start for Alcantara. We'll head to the bottom of the first. Phillies nothing, and the Marlins coming up.
You can feel the excitement of Phillies baseball at Citizens Bank Park. The energy on the field, the passion in the stands, and the heartbeat of a city that moves with each pitch. At Citizens, we're more than just the official bank of the Phillies. We're fans, too, cheering every hit, celebrating every win. And when big moments arise, we're made to lead the rally. Citizens, the official bank of the Phillies.
Hi, this is JT Realmuto from your Phillies.
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back, bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the Ultimate Mystery Player Challenge, and Immaculate Grip, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play. Only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Fastball popped up off first base, down the line. Mattingly may have a play. Look at this.
Here's SEPTA starting pitcher scouting report on Aaron Nola, 3-8, 5.82. He's been solid over the last few starts. It's a four-seam sink cut. That's the hard stuff. Knuckle curveball is his best pitch. And he's been using that changeup better and more often, and that's helping him a little bit. This is brought to you by SEPTA. SEPTA brings us all together.
And his first pitch hit on the ground towards the bag at second, fielded by Stott. He'll flip to first, and Otto Lopez is out on one pitch to begin the ball game. Aaron Nola returning here to Lone Depot Park, the site of his best start of the season. His only scoreless outing all year. 6 innings of scoreless baseball in a 1-0 win here over the Fish. Back on May the 4th. And May the 4th was with him that day.
Just thinking about the force. You could use it.
One away. Here's Kyle Stowers. And Nola's pitch on the way. And that one is in for a strike. And the Phillies could also use some innings out of Nola tonight. It's a bit of a beleaguered bullpen. Marlins kind of have the same situation going on their side. Time called as Stowers steps out. 0-1 the count. Kyle Stowers hitting .234 with 13 homers. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And that one just missed. Nola here working with Garrett Stubbs behind the plate. Stubbs deemed ready to go with that wrist inflammation. 1-1. In the air, deep right field. De La Cruz going back near the track. Crawford there as well. Crawford leaps, but he can't get it. It's gone. And Kyle Stowers with a towering solo home run, his 14th of the year. The 26th home run given up this season by Aaron Nola. It's 1-0 Miami.
Well, that's unfortunate. Now let's hit the keys to the game. I think one thing with Aaron, to keep the ball in the ballpark, so that key got blown out of the water. He's going to have to deal with some base runners. Guys are going to get on base. They're going to test him on the bases. And then I think offensively, you can't get frustrated with Alcantara. Alcantara will deal for a long time, but he tends to give things up in a hurry. It could be late, but don't get frustrated. That's brought to you by James Hardy. Hardy Siding is America's #1 brand of siding.
That'll bring up Heriberto Hernandez. And the first pitch to him. A swing and a miss on a breaking ball. And it's 0-1. Stowers, who has certainly recovered after a very slow start to the season. Home run number 14 on the year. Hernandez hit number 15 on the year last night in the first inning off of Zach Wheeler. The windup and a 0-1. And that one is in for a strike. And it's 0-2. Nola now with those 26 home runs allowed, second in baseball. He was in a tie, but now he has second place outright. Jeffrey Springs of the A's has given up one more. Breaking ball, that's down low. Third to first for the Phillies tonight on the infield. Little different look. It's Sosa, Turner, Stott, and Bohm. In the outfield, Marsh, Crawford, and De La Cruz. Here's the windup and the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him. First strikeout for Aaron Nola, who has not won a game since May the 26th. Now, he had a lot of games since that time, in particular in the month of June, that the Phillies were able to win, even though he didn't get the decision. His last winning decision was May 26th at San Diego. The first pitch here is hit on the ground by Edwards to the right side. It'll be scooped up by Stott, and from the outfield turf, he'll throw him out. And that'll do it for the Marlins. Pretty quick first, but a quick start as well. The home run by Stowers puts the Marlins on top. After one, it's 1-0 Miami.
Flying out of town? Let Philadelphia International Airport handle all your parking needs. With that.
Talk to me.
This is called a Crawford dog. Hamburger bun.
Yes.
2 split top Angus beef hot dogs griddled on the skillet, on the plancha.
Amazing.
And then we do a bacon onion jam with Crawford Bock beer.
Pick it up like a burger.
Pick it up like a burger and you just go in, man.
Let's go to town.
Yeah.
Boom. Oh, best hot dog I've ever had. Best hot dog I've ever had. I love this, man.
This is how I grew up eating hot dogs.
Gosh, we've gone to Sea Dogs games since we were kids.
I've been coming to see the Sea Dogs for the last 30 years. Great experience.
Everybody here is just bends over backwards to help people out and wish the world was like it is right here at the ballpark.
We've always wanted to be more than just a baseball team. We want to be strong, active, contributing members of the community. And I think that effort is seen by the people and the fans, and they want to support that effort.
That's my security right there. That's the bad one, Roscoe Pico train.
Major League Baseball wanted to start doing something with the players and their dogs.
Which one's the dog?
I was undecided on whether to do a dog card or not, but my wife pushed me in the back and she wanted a famous dog, so she told me to do it.
Here in the second inning, Phillies trailing 1-0 to Sandy Alcantara and the Marlins. After a big-time come-from-behind win last night for Miami, as they walked it off in the bottom of the ninth inning, a 2-run rally, a 3-run rally, as Bohm takes a strike. Alcantara pounding the strike zone here. 15 pitches, 12 strikes to this point. The windup and a 0-1 to Bohm. It's outside, 1-1. Marlins had lost 12 in a row, a franchise record. One and one the count, and the pitch. Swing and a miss. Big cut there by Bohm, who's got good lifetime numbers against Sandy. In fact, some of the best, a .371 hitter lifetime off of the Marlins right-hander. Time called now, and Dexter Kelly jumps out from behind the plate. No violation and no timeout charge there. The windup and the 1-2. Check swing. They ask it first. He didn't go. On a breaking ball. We saw a lot of breaking balls from Sandy Alcantara when he pitched against the Phillies earlier this season. Phillies got to him early. They got some miscues behind him that led to a couple of unearned runs. 4 runs total. 2-2 pitch. And that one missed down and away. However, the Marlins did win that game 12-4 as the Phillies jumped out early, but didn't matter much.
There are some people in the Marlins camp that would really like him to start throwing the sweeper more. He's getting there.
3-2. Swung on, fouled away, out of play.
Contra leads baseball in innings pitched when it comes to pitchers. I mean, he gets out there, like you said, he loads the zone. He likes to go deep in the game. He's not afraid to go over 100 pitches. I mean, 6 out of the last 8 games that he's pitched, he's been 100+ on the pitch count.
The pitch swung on, fouled away again. And that's one of the reasons why every extra foul ball and every extra pitch you make him throw can be meaningful.
Yep.
Three balls, 2 strikes on Bohm, leading off here in the second. And the pitch. Ooh, up and in. And it goes all the way to the backstop. Bohm able to get out of the way of it, but that's ball 4. And so Bohm works the walk leading off. He's got 1 complete game shutout to his credit this season. He has 10 complete games since the start of 2022. And of course, he missed all of 24 with an injury. And 6 of those 10 were in that Cy Young season of his back in 2022. Brandon Marsh will be the batter now. 1 out, 1 on. Double play depth up the middle for Miami. And the pitch. Swung on and missed. In fact, there's only one other team in baseball with more complete games thrown in that time frame than Sandy Alcantara himself. Sandy has 10. 0-1 the count, and the pitch. That's up high. Care to guess who that team is?
I would give you a couple. One, I'd start here. Phillies.
You're right.
Well, there you go.
11.
Just needed 1. I used the force.
11 complete games in that time frame by Phillies pitchers. The 1-1, and it's fouled away. 1-2 on Brandon Marsh. He's hitting 114 over his last 10 ball games. His average down at 283. Hitting 149 here in the month of July. The 1-2. Swing and a dribbler. Foul. First base side into the camera well. That's beyond the Phillies visitors' dugout here at Lone Depot Park. 1-0 Miami on a Stowers homer in the first. Alcantara set at the belt, and a 1-2 pitch. Swinging a roller to first, scooped by Stowers. He bobbles a moment, throws it, and hits Bohm in the back of the head. And Bohm losing the helmet after that ball hit him, sliding in at second base. And I hope that was mostly on the helmet. It might have been up near the top of his back, just above the nameplate below his neck, and I think that's what he's indicating. It was right at the top of his back. Stowers kind of bobbled and then threw it, and I mean a direct hit on Alec Bohm.
Ouch. And he actually had a lane to throw. I mean, his shortstop Lopez was well inside. Just a horrible throw.
Here's Edmundo Sosa. And Sosa takes a strike call. Sosa in the lineup at third base tonight. The Phillies were hoping that Kyle Schwarber would play first, but he's got a recurrence of that GI issue that sidelined him back in May. 0-1 the count, and the pitch. Breaking ball, that's a little bit low, so Bohm plays first tonight, and Sosa gets to start at third, but Sosa 5 for 9 lifetime off of Sandy.
He better be playing, huh?
Yeah. They're going to have to find a spot for him somewhere with those kind of numbers. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. Swung on, fouled back. So that'll be a fielder's choice and an error for Stowers, his 6th. Alcantara at the belt, the 1-2 pitch. It's fouled down at the plate.
I think when I think of Alcantara, years back when he was really dealing, you talk about all those shutouts, I always thought of him as a strikeout guy. And my scouting report, to be a strikeout pitcher, and it's really changed now. Strikeout rate has dropped dramatically. It's about 19%. So now he's just pitching more to contact, using the defense more. He's a different pitcher.
The 1-2, and it's upstairs. 2-2 the count. Well, already this developing second inning with nobody out. 32 pitches thrown for the game for Alcantara. The pitch. Swing and a miss. He got it. And Sosa becomes the 3rd strikeout victim of the night. Let's pause for station identification. This is the Phillies Radio Network. With Kevin Stocker, I'm Scott Fransky with you from Lone Depot Park in Miami. Alan Rodriguez, our engineer in the booth tonight. Dan Wilson back in our studios. Justin Crawford, the batter. And he takes a little bit wide for ball 1. Crawford moving up to hit 7th tonight. Definitely a different look to this Phillies lineup this evening.
Yep.
A look at second by Alcantara in the 1-0. Swing and a miss. Crawford has hit 7th now 4 times this season. He's hit 8th and 9th primarily. A ball and a strike. They've got Paulie in on the turf at third base. The pitch. Swinging a bouncing ball past the mound. Charging Lopez. He gloves it. Transfers. Throws. And he got him. It's going to be close. The Phillies hold a hand up on the dugout rail. They're going to definitely want to take a closer look at that bang, bang play at first base. They will not challenge it.
Well, on the mound today, the Mariners' Luis Castillo is versus the Dodgers' Justin Robleski. He's 11-2, but the M's, oh man, they've dropped 5 of their last 6. Cal Raleigh really struggling. And Castillo, he's trying to avoid his 10th loss of the season. This is brought to you by Meineke Brakes, Tires, Batteries, and Complete Auto Care by trusted local experts.
Now the former Marlin, Brian De La Cruz, he takes a breaking ball out wide for ball 1. It'll be his first ever at-bat against his former teammate. And De La Cruz getting the start tonight over Gabriel Rincones in right field. 1 ball and no strikes. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Brought here primarily to face left-handed pitching. Rincones has been playing right field against righties. Don Mattingly was pretty pointed in his commentary before the game today. The 1-1. And De La Cruz swings and pops it up. First base side, foul territory. Stowers is under it and calling he'll make the catch. Sides retired. Mattingly saying, well, Rincones hasn't hit like we wanted him to. We've given him some opportunities, but just going to try something different now.
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back, bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the Ultimate Mystery Player Challenge, and Immaculate Grid, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play. Only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
C.B. Buckner entertaining the crowd a little bit.
Yeah, there you go. Chopper off the plate. That's a fair ball. Foul. Foul ball.
Why is that a foul ball?
Oh, that's why.
Oh, my. The awkward look at the play continues. He is going to be a dead duck.
What a slide.
with SeatGeek.
Catch the Phils when they take on the Marlins Monday, August 17th and Tuesday, August 18th, both at 6:40, and Wednesday, August 19th at 6:05.
Way back there. Gone.
Snag tickets now at Phillies.com.
Well, bring the feel-good energy to Citizens Bank Park with the Ghost Energy Ticket Bundle, which includes standing room only ticket plus a $15 concession credit to grab your first Ghost Energy beverage on us. Available for all remaining Thursday home games. Visit Phillies.com/Ghost Energy to purchase while supplies last.
First pitch breaking ball to Liam Hicks. Misses just in off the plate. Want to know the count. Hicks leading off for the Marlins, who have a 1-0 lead here in the bottom of the second. Nola with a pitch. And that is inside. Two 2-0 the count. 9 pitches in the first inning needed for Nola. But he did give up the home run to Kyle Stowers. The 2-0 pitch to Hicks. Swung on, popped up. And on the left side of the infield, Sosa comes in right on the edge of the turf. Skimming to his left. He'll make the catch with one hand. And there's one away.
Pretty sure every pop-up in this building looks like it's going to hit the rafters.
Yeah.
I mean, yesterday was ridiculous off of Wheeler. A lot of pop-ups.
One away, and Griffin Conine will be the batter. He was the big hero last night for Miami. Their 3-run bottom of the 9th inning. He capped it with the walk-off hit, the first of his career. The pitch. It's outside for ball one. Conine has been red hot when playing in the month of July. Starts almost exclusively against right-handers. The pitch. That one is in for a strike. He's got 5 homers his last 15 games, batting .316 here in the month, with an OPS of 1041. Nola winds up, and his 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball stays a little bit high. Two balls, one strike. They've got Stott pulled way over in the hole at second base against him. The 2-1 pitch, breaking ball, and it's hit right where Stott would have been had he not been on that shift. I mean, that's a ground ball to straightaway second base. It'll go for a base hit.
Yeah, but the paper in his pocket said.
Yeah.
It is what it is, right? He's usually a pull hitter on the ground. That's just pretty good hitting.
And that'll bring up Jacob Marcy. Marcy, who's struggled mightily at the plate, hitting under 200, had a big night last night. He got on base 3 times. The pitch. And he takes, and that's a strike called. 0-1 the count.
The word of the day really for Aaron Nola for me is the word bite. And he talked about it a lot where now that he's throwing, I think he's throwing more knuckle curveballs. He's throwing the changeup more. He's got to have bite on those pitches to fool the hitter.
0-1. And it's popped in the air down the left field line, out of play.
Talked about that against the Dodgers. I would go back to the first home run that he gave up today. That one to Stowers was a knuckle curveball. And if he doesn't get the bite, he doesn't get that late break or the late dive on the changeup, he's in trouble because the ball hangs up. And he talked about that after that last start.
4 starts here in the month of July, a 5.01 ERA, which doesn't sound great, but it's the best ERA he's posted in a month so far this season. The pitch. And that one is inside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. He's allowed 6 homers, now 7 in 24 2/3 innings. And that's a lot. One ball, 2 strikes. The pitch. Missed outside. It's 2-2.
Yeah, it's a lot of home runs, but the fact that he's given up 2 home runs in the same game 9 times, that's difficult. Really hard to get past that because you're automatically giving up those 2 runs against the guys, and he knows that.
2 balls, 2 strikes the count, and the pitch. Swung on, yanked down the right field line, but it's foul. Well out in front of that one was Marcy. Still 2-2 on the 25-year-old from Dearborn, Michigan. Nola out of the stretch, sets just above the letters. And the pitch. Breaking ball in over his shoot tops. Good stop there by Stubbs. And now the count is full at 3-2 with Conine over there at first base. Marlins like to get guys in motion. And Nola, despite his strikeout punch, never quick to the plate. Time called. Likely just before Nola throws over to first base.
Good timing.
Sort of an obligatory check on the runner. We'll see. He's set. Runner does go. The 3-2 pitch. It's down and in. It's ball 4. He went breaking ball. And so there are 2 aboard with 1 out. And Graham Pauley is coming up. Pauley, an extra left-hander they put in the lineup tonight against Nola. Lefties with an 881 OPS against him. Coming into play tonight. Compared to an 815 by righties. So both sides are doing their fair share of damage against the Phil's veteran. The pitch. And Pauley takes a curve, and it's in for a strike.
That's where Aaron could really use a double play ball here. And if he can get the changeup down and away to somebody like Pauley, you hope that he can hit it off the end of the bat right at Bryson Stott.
Double play balls are still allowed?
Yes, unless you're a Philly.
0-1. Here's the pitch. Swung on, fouled back.
Yeah, still
just
allowed.
Checking.
Yes, they're allowed. In fact, they were out doing ground balls today, working on double plays today. Trey and Bryson were out there doing that.
Sosa backs up a bit at third base. He's a good 15 feet off the foul line. Turner a step towards the middle. He's in off the turf. 0-2 pitch on the way. Pauley swings and pulls it foul. Past Craig Driver in the first base coach's box, former member of the Phillies coaching staff. Blake Lally, the third base coach here for manager Clayton McCullough. They're still thinking about a wild card run or a game under 500 coming into play tonight. 0-2 pitch. Swung on, fouled away. That one a sinker at 93 from Nola. Aaron, no stranger to the Marlins. Tonight, his 27th lifetime start against Miami. 6-12 with a 3.59 ERA. 0-2 pitch. Breaking ball down low. Alcantara and Nola, both stalwarts, longtime stalwarts of their respective rotations. They've both faced their division opponents a lot, and neither one with a very good record. Alcantara 7-11, Nola 6-12. The pitch. And he fouls another one off, and Nola can't find anything to get the swing and miss on Graham Pauley.
You have all those numbers there. How many times have they faced off?
Tonight is the fourth.
The fourth.
Alcantara is 2-0 in those meetings. Aaron is 0-2. They both pitched pretty well. They're all been low-scoring games. The 1-2 again, and it's very high. He won't chase it. Sandy in those 3 starts head-to-head against the Phillies. He's 2-0. The Marlins are 2-1. And he's posted a 1.64 ERA. Nola, meanwhile, a 3.1 ERA. And an 0-2 record, a 1-2 record for the ball club. 2-2. And it's a little bit low. Ooh. How do you even take it?
Doesn't that seem like that's been happening a lot to Aaron, though? I mean, he'll miss with that one pitch just off, and the players are taking it. They're willing to take their strikeout versus actually try to swing at his pitch.
1 out, 2 on, 1-0 Miami. The count is full, and time called by the hitter, Pauley. Nola at 30 pitches now. 13 balls, 17 strikes. They'll play Pauley to pull in the outfield. Nola ready again, the 3-2. Swung on, ripped, caught by Bohm at first, and Marcy is 30 feet off the bag at first base. He's doubled up. It was hit hard, but it turns into a 3 unassisted double play. And that'll do it for
Roberts now 0 for 3 in his second game back from the injured list, looking for his first hit since April.
And Robert cranks one deep left field. Forget that. That is way out of here. Up on the concourse. A monumental home run by Luis Robert. Back and back with authority. What a blast. That is the power that Luis Robert brings to the table. What a shot.
I don't think I've ever seen a ball hit up there.
No, I haven't.
Plan your trip to the game at SEPTA.org.
Doors are closing.
While everyone is listening to the ball game on the Phillies radio network, the Engineers Labor Employer Cooperative, ELEC, is hard at work rebuilding our infrastructure. Whether it's transportation, water, or energy projects, ELEC and the operating engineers 825 are ready to get to work building our future.
Top of the third inning, it's 1-0 Miami as Sandy Alcantara ready to throw his 40th pitch of the ball game, and it's to Garrett Stubbs. It's a breaking ball, and it's in for a strike. 0-1. Stubbs just off a stay on the injured list today. 5 for 28 in the big leagues at the plate this year. The 0-1. And he's shortened to bunt and has to spin out of the way of it. Evasive maneuvers there by Garrett. That pitch was way inside. They've got Pauley in on the grass at third base, guarding against that possibility. Garrett, though, has always been one guy who's not afraid to bring the ball with him on a bunt attempt.
Yep.
Pull it towards first base. Here's the 1-1. And it's up and away, 2-1.
Garrett strikes me as a guy that we've seen him enough. He's not really afraid of anything. He'll try bunts at any count. I think I've seen him try a 2-strike bunt. Scrappy guy.
Alcantara with a 2-1. And that's a strike called, and Garrett wants to challenge. And so we've got our first ABS challenge of the night. Brought to you by Gusto. Hire, pay, and grow your team with Gusto. And the pitch is a ball.
Call on the field is overturned.
So Garrett gets his call overturned. It's a 3-1 count. Did you see the ABS challenge today in the Reds game?
Is that something about a grand slam or something?
3-1 pitch. And it's hit in the air, left center field. Going out is Lopez. Shortstop is calling. He'll make the catch on the pop-up. It's out number 1. Yeah, I guess Kyle Manzardo, it was ruled he was hit by a pitch. Or no, I guess it was a ball or something, and he would have walked.
Oh.
And then they challenged it, got it overturned, so he had to stay at the plate and hit, and he hit a grand slam instead. It would have been a bases loaded walk. Instead, it turned into a grand slam.
How do you
Here's Trey Turner, and he takes a breaking ball down and away. Turner struck out his first time up. Wind up by Alcantara in the 1-0. That's in there for a strike. Trey struck out in that first inning we just mentioned. It's his 106th strikeout this season. The next one will match his total from all of last year, 107. The pitch. It's fouled off.
So many strikeouts from the top 2 positions of the order between Trey and Kyle, and you can add Harper in there. That's a lot of strikeouts from the 3 guys that you really need to be rolling. Now I think they get rolling at some point. It's going to be awesome, but yeah, Trey. A lot of those I think came early as well, but it's funny, he swings a lot at the first pitch. We talk about it a lot. Then when you go look at his first pitch swing percentage, it's like middle of the pack. It's not
a big deal.
No, it doesn't seem to be.
The 1-2. Breaking ball down and away. What's he hitting when he puts the first pitch in play? Do you happen to know that?
I don't. And what I was going to finish that is I do think the difference between, for example, that just means that he swings. It doesn't calculate, it's not that I saw, the swing and miss on the first pitch, because there's a ton of that.
Here's the 2-2, and that's up and in, a check swing, and he held up, and the count is full. Well, for his career, when putting the first pitch in play, he's batting .367 with a .1019 OPS. The 3-2 swung on, hit hard to left, going back. Hernandez still going back, and he makes the catch on the warning track. That one was squared up, but Heriberto Hernandez makes the grab. He dropped the ball, taking it out of his gloves, says second base umpire Dan Merzel.
Nice play, actually, to get back on this. This ball really carried, and he was going back so hard to the wall. Trey wasn't sure what happened. He didn't want to come into the dugout because of the drop.
So 2 gone. That'll bring up Bryson Stott. Here's the pitch to Stott, and it's a breaking ball outside. This year, when putting the first pitch in play, Trey is hitting .387 with an 1161 OPS. 9 doubles, 5 homers, all of that in 62 at-bats. Next pitch misses, and it's 2-0.
So the batting average of balls in play on the first pitch is good.
Really good.
Yeah. But there's a lot more to the story. I mean, obviously all the swing and miss that comes. So I can see why he's so aggressive.
2-0. Swung on, fouled away to the left side. Yeah, you see up and down, there's a lot of guys that do pretty well on the first pitch. Alec Boehm is another one, and it can be frustrating sometimes to watch. Fans talk about it all the time. First pitch, ground ball, double play, things like that, and that is frustrating. But the numbers over the course of their careers bear it out that when they get that first good pitch to hit, they do some damage with it. 2-1 pitch has popped up foul out of play. But like you said, it doesn't tell the whole story because there's a whole lot of 0-1 counts there that maybe he didn't swing at a good pitch.
It doesn't even come close to the whole story. It's really remarkable. Like, when he hits it, that's great. And then you might have, like you said, bases loaded. Or situationally, times in the game when you need a base runner you want to take. When he's ahead in the count, almost every player is better when they're ahead.
2-2, swing and a miss, struck him out. And Sandy Alcantara with a 1-2-3, top of the third. We'll go to the bottom half. It's 1-0 Miami.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Just when we think we've seen it all, baseball gives us something new to talk about.
Splits two defenders and makes a great grab.
The kick is good, right through the flying uprights.
Whoa, went down inside his chest protector.
That's not a catch?
Make way for Batman.
People would love this if we did Lady and the Tramp.
Ronald Acuna Jr. pouring dirt into Ozzie Albies' glove.
He flips the entire glove to first base. Fast and furious and dead on.
Now let's dive into this week's top plays.
Is pulled and a leaping grab by Shoebake.
Carson Bench with a pulchritudinous play. Moving fast toward big league stardom.
Randy Rosarena! Superman catch! What a leaping grab by Quan. And those 39-year-old legs are still cooking.
Oh, are you kidding me, Petey? Help it! Oh, hey now, hey now. What a play by Ryan McMahon. How about that?
Local Chevy dealers are making a big difference in the lives of youth baseball players and their communities through the Chevy Youth Baseball Program. The Phillies salute Burke Motor Group and Cape May Courthouse for their support of South Jersey Ospreys softball.
The Phillies College Series, sponsored by Temple University's Fox School of Business, is back for the summer. College students, recent graduates, and professors are invited to go behind the scenes in the business of baseball with Phillies executives on Tuesday, August 4th. Visit phillies.com/college series for more information and to purchase tickets today.
Joe Mack, the number 9 hitter for the Marlins, starts it off, takes a first pitch from Nola that misses for ball one. Want to know the count. Mack, Lopez, and Stowers due up here. Marlins leading 1-0 on a homer by Kyle Stowers. The windup by Nola and the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. A home run that would not have been a homer here years ago with the old outfield configuration. But it just cleared the wall in right to the left of the Phillies bullpen. 1-1. Curve, and it misses outside. The bullpen that might be a little worn down and certainly a little shell-shocked after last night watching Johan Duran give up the 3 runs in the 9th inning, give up 5 hits total, the 2-1. And that one just missed. He just is really just barely missing off the edge. And I think that's a bit of a book on Nola these days, that hitters, like you said, are willing to lay off that. 3-1. And that one's a strike. And no longer can Nola rely on a good pitch framer for him back there to get some of those calls right off the plate. Maybe just a little bit low and steal a strike or two. The windup and the payoff pitch. Swing at a bouncing ball towards the bag at second. Fielded by Turner, his throw to first in time. And there's one gone.
The best thing that could happen for Aaron when he's pitching is for the other team to burn the ABS challenges early.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, Garrett needs to be back there like, hey, dude, that's pretty close. You want to challenge it? You know, like, get him out of the way, and then your catcher can start to use the framing and try to steal some strikes.
One away, and now Otto Lopez coming to the plate. First pitch to Lopez, and that is in for a strike. He grounded out on the first pitch of the night, thrown by Aaron Nola. Oh, 0-1. And the pitch. Breaking ball, swing and a miss. A little bite on that curve.
Really good bite. What I don't know either, and I should have asked Aaron, I saw him this morning with his family. He's such a cutest little daughter, by the way, but is what he's doing or adjusting maybe to try to create a little bit more movement on the sinker.
0-2. And it's low.
You know, the pitch that starts at the hip and comes back or things like that. It looks like some of that movement, some of that slide has disappeared. You know, if you're going to lose some velocity, if I'm hitting against Aaron and I'm not worried about velocity, well, then I have to be worried about something, and that could be movement.
1-2. Swinging a ball hit off the end of the bat towards first. Bohm scoop. Oh, he missed it. He totally booted it. And that's going to be another error, or should be.
Yeah, it's got to be an error. He's trying to come and pick this ball quickly because it's going to interfere with the bag. And the other part about that is Lopez is hustling the whole way. And that pressure right there makes Alex speed up.
How did the bat end up 15 feet from first base? Did he run with it the whole way? I mean, the bat is laying down maybe 20 feet from the first base bag.
He had to.
Here's Stowers, and he hits one a mile high but foul out of play. And I think that one crisscrossed and actually hit the girders supporting the roof.
So, by the way, the Lopez, the bat, he carried it all the way down until about 10 feet in front of the base and then dropped it in fair territory. Interesting.
Well, that's Bohm's 9th error of the season. And the Phillies, who made 2 errors yesterday, have made 12 now since the All-Star break. 7 of those by Trey Turner alone. It's been a disaster defensively here lately for the Phils. 0-1. And it's ripped foul out of play. And whereas Stowers had no chance at contact against Zach Wheeler, he's barreling some balls up here against Nola. 2 for 7 lifetime off of Aaron Nola is Kyle Stowers. Down to the count, the 0-2. Swinging a dribbler foul.
By the way, I want to comment real quick just on the error by Alec Bohm. And this is me, and probably me alone, but if it was me, I would have kept Harper over there and DH'd Bohm and got Sosa in the game. I just don't think Alec, he never works on it anymore. He plays every day at third. He's starting to just get that down. I think it's really tough for him to spin over to a new position across the diamond like that.
0-2 pitch. Swinging another dribbler foul. The Phillies were steadfast. They were talking about it, having Harper DH today. And
yeah, well, things change.
Things change, right. And could easily just wait another day, see if Schwarber or anybody else is ready to play the position tomorrow.
Was the idea for Kyle to play there today?
Kyle was going to play there today, which maybe caused some gastrointestinal issues. Who knows? Maybe it just wrecked him nerves.
Somehow I doubt that, but that's fantastic.
0-2 again. And here's the pitch. It's up high. Lopez, who stole 2 bases last night, has 22 on the year. He's got a big lead, and the 1-2. It's up high. One out, one on, 1-0 Miami. Bottom of the 3rd inning. 2 balls, 2 strikes, runner goes. The pitch is taken outside, throw to second, and he is out at second base, they say, as Trey, diving, makes a catch and tag on the leg of Lopez as he went sliding in head first. And they will not challenge. What a throw by Garrett Stubbs. And what a play by Trey Turner on the receiving end. I mean, talk about a wing and a prayer there.
Nice pick by Trey. And Garrett Stubbs hasn't played, well, he's been injured. Hasn't played all year, really. But in his time, between him and JT, they are number 1 and number 2 in pop times, both on this team.
Here's Stowers again, and the pitch is a breaking ball that just misses. And it's actually a changeup, and I think there's, I don't know, I feel like there's 4 or 5 of them already, that changeups just below the knees, that he's getting these batters to flinch big time, but they're not swinging. So Stowers, now a 2-out base runner. Second walk issued by Nola, and here's Hernandez, and the pitch. It's taken low and away. One 1-0 the count. The pitch. Down low. Stowers not much of a threat to run. Marlins second in baseball in steals. They're 8th in the league in batting, and while they don't hit many homers, they use their legs to create some runs. They're right in the middle of the pack in runs scored this season. 2 balls, no strikes. Nola stretches, now the pitch, and that's taken for a strike called. Two and one. The pitch. And it's outside. 3-1 the count. Well, just a terrible ball strike ratio right now for Nola. 29 strikes, 24 balls. And it's leading to a high pitch count here early in the game. 3-1 the count. The pitch. And it's in there for a strike. It's 3-2. At the minimum, Nola will have thrown exactly as many pitches as Alcantara here in the first 3 innings. Sandy has thrown 55. Nola just threw his 54th. And will need at least one more to get out of this inning. 3-2. Runner goes. The payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Aaron Nola gets Hernandez for the second time tonight. No runs, no hits, an error, and a man left. And after 3 complete, it's 1-0.
On the mound for the Marlins, it is Yuri Perez. The 22-year-old won't turn 23 until April 15th. And last season had a 4.25 ERA. Those numbers are very deceiving because he had a really strong finish.
Perez has got him 0-2. See ya.
That's the old good morning, good afternoon, and good night, and all on heaters. When you got it going, stay with it.
3-2 right there, called strike 3.
The 4-seamer, which he'll throw probably over 50% of the time.
Nobody on, 2 out. The 2-2 pitch from Perez to Rumfield. Called strike 3. Look at the emotion from Yuri Perez in his season debut. Yuri got him with a fastball. He gets the approval of Sandy Alcantara. 7 innings for Perez.
Yeah, and it's really amazing when you say he's still just 22 years old.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
When you are looking for a Honda, turn to Burns. A dealership you can trust, turn to Burns. If great service is a must, turn to Burns.
For your next car, shop BurnsHonda.com.
The RAV4th inning is presented by Toyota. Check out Toyota.com to get your new 2026 RAV4 today. Toyota, let's go Phils. We go to the 4th inning. It's 1-0 Marlins. And now with the play-by-play, here's Kevin Stockard.
Bryce Harper is going to lead things off here in the top of the 4th inning. Bryce popped out in the 1st inning. Hit .252 coming into this game. That's where he's at right now. And the first pitch that he sees from Sandy Alcantara is ripped towards center. This is deep. Barreled. It has a chance. It's at the wall. He leaps and he catches it against the wall, slams into it and drops. But he has the ball in his glove. You've got to be kidding me. What a terrific play by Marcy as he went back to the PNC Bank sign just to the left of the 400 sign in center. Leaps, catches it, and slams into the wall.
That's right below where the old home run sculpture used to be in left center. And in front of that digital advertising sign, there's a chain link fence, and he launches himself into the air to try to make the catch and goes hard into that fencing. But hangs on to the baseball. It's a terrific play, and that's 3 really good defensive plays already by the Marlins tonight. And another ball that was certainly barreled up.
Yeah. Alec Bohm now is the hitter with 1 out here in the top of the 4th. First pitch taking, that's a ball. It's a good sign for Bryce Harper, though, with that contact. The home run that he hit yesterday was to center field. That ball there towards center, kind of left center-ish. And the 1-0. That misses. Counts 2-0 for Alec. Alec walked back in the 2nd. And then on his way to second base, when Brandon Marsh hit a ground ball, he was plunked in the back of the helmet. 2-0. Misses. Count runs 3-0. Came into the game hitting .224. That's 13 home runs. Second baseman Edwards. He's going to play pull, so he's way up the middle. Left side of the infield, pretty straight up. Alcantara, he rocks and fires. That is right down the middle for a strike. Outfield a little opposite way against Alec. 3-1. And the pitch. This ball's hit hard toward right field in the air. This has a chance to get over Conine's head, and it can't. He gets back just below the wall again. Another barreled ball. Alec can't believe it as he kind of looks up to the sky and heads on back to the dugout. 2 outs.
Well, that's 3 out of the last 4. Turner, Harper, and Bohm have all made hard outs against him. Turner's over 100 miles an hour. Harper's was at 106. Bohm's right at 99. Another barreled exit velo.
Brandon Marsh takes his first pitch that he sees in there for a strike. Well, that's good news, though, against Alcantara. He likes to go deep in the game, but if you can get him out of there, just keep swinging it. 0-1, the pitch. And that's a ground ball towards second base. Over to his right goes Edwards. He gets down cleanly, fields it, and throws him out. And Sandy Alcantara gives up a couple of hard-hit balls, but he goes 1-2-3 here in the top of the 4th inning with a little.
Grounded toward first. Vladdy snatches it on the line, spins, throws a strike to Bieber, covering the bag for the out. Got that on the shoestring and spun like a shortstop up the middle.
A swing and a little flare into shallow left. Coming hard. Diving is caught. He made another great catch. Well, that's how you win 4 straight Gold Gloves.
Rolled over the mound up the middle. Clement slides to pick it up. Spins as he comes up from the turf and throws to first to get the out. A Gold Glove caliber play up the middle from Ernie Clement.
Chris Sale, excellent as always. 6 innings pitched, 5 hits, 3 earned, 1 walk, 11 strikeouts. All 11 of those swinging.
An immaculate 4th inning for Gavin Williams. 9 pitches, 9 strikes. And strikes out the side.
He could be on another planet the way he just pitched. How about 9 pitches and he strikes out the side? You can't do it any better than that.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Find recipes and a store near you at simplyhatfield.com. Hatfield, good call.
The Phils take on the Nats Monday, August 3rd through Wednesday, August 5th, all at 6:40, and Thursday, August 6th at 6:05.
You gotta be kidding. That is incredible.
Be there and get tickets now at Phillies.com.
At the bottom of the fourth inning, it'll be Xavier Edwards to lead things off. He's the 4-hitter for the Marlins. It's 1-0. Marlins are on top. The big home run by Kyle Stowers, that was all the way back in the first inning. Aaron Nola got through the third, had to really work for it. Still working out of his windup, and his first pitch misses inside. Edmundo Sosa at third base. He comes all the way in on the cut of the grass against Edwards. Slight pull elsewhere in the infield, straight up in the outfield. Nola's pitch. Ball's a rocket toward right field. Base hit right at De La Cruz. And they have their leadoff hitter here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Edwards came into this game hitting .290. Their middle infield, these guys can really play between Edwards and Lopez. They hit, they field, they turn double plays. Liam Hicks flew out in the second inning. He's the DH today, hitting from the left side. Edwards has 16 stolen bases over there at first base. You have to keep an eye on him. Nola gives him a strong look. He fakes, he doesn't go, and the first pitch is in there for a strike. I think Hicks was taking all the way, thinking he was going to go. Kind of a fake jump. It's 1-0, bottom of the fourth. Marlins on top. I think Aaron wants a new baseball. Hicks hits with a little bit of an open stance up on that front toe. He's got a little bit of a bat wiggle. And the pitch, that's away, just off the plate with a changeup, misses. Count runs 1-1.
Hicks, their RBI leader this year. He's got 60 runs batted in. That's right there with the likes of Kyle Schwarber and Bryce Harper.
Nola's pitch. Ground ball at first. Bohm gets it, snags it. Now they got Edwards in a rundown. He runs at him. He flips it to Turner, who runs him down. And there was not a whole lot that Edwards could do. That ball was a ground ball almost right over the first base bag. Bohm stepped on it. Got Edwards in a rundown, and they tag him out. 2 outs. Nice play by Allen.
Double plays do happen. Yeah. That's 2 in 2 innings. One of them a hard shot liner. This one a ground ball, and Edwards was just hung out to dry. That was right at Alec.
Aaron will take it. So with 2 outs here in the bottom of the fourth, it'll be Griffin Conine from the left side. And the first pitch, he swings, hits a fly ball towards center field. Not hit hard. Crawford comes in a few steps and makes the catch. And a little help from Alec Bohm and the double play ball. Well, Aaron Nola gets through this one.
Vargas 1 for 3. 1-0.
Vargas hits it deep to left center. This one's got some carry. And it's gone. Eldemaro Vargas gets one back. Well, you're the DH. You're supposed to be the hitter, and he's been hitting a single and a run scored in the second, and a 2-out homer, the 7th, his first of the year. That went 431 feet. 109 miles an hour off the bat. That's a momentum breaker right there. He's the ultimate argument for the 26-man roster.
23-year-old flamethrower Chase Burns, the second overall pick in 2024.
The pitch blew by you. Strike 3 right over the outside corner, 2 down.
That might be the first time we've seen triple digits from Chase Burns today. Ran that one up there at 100. That's a good time to reach back for a little extra right there to put a guy away. Burns brings it. Swing and a miss. There it was. 99 right on by him. Triolo down on strikes. And the inning comes to a close on Burns' 5th strikeout of the game.
And make it 2. It's a half dozen Ks for Chase Burns.
Breaking ball in the dirt. Davis looked like he had no chance.
That one had a bit of bite to it. He kind of spun that one in the zone to Horowitz for the first batter of this inning hit.
Second, the pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him with a slider. 7 strikeouts for Chase Burns through 5 innings of shutout baseball against the Pirates. It's the Reds 2, Pirates nothing.
Snag field passes and tickets today at Phillies.com.
This isn't just a dream. All fans will receive a PGW multiplayer t-shirt on Thursday, August 6th at 6:05 p.m. when the Nationals come to Citizens Bank Park. Secure tickets today at Phillies.com. The first hitter to lead it off here in the top of the fifth for the Phils is Edmundo Sosa. He takes it up and in for a ball. Score is 1-0 now. The Phils are still down. 3 hits for the Marlins. No hits to this point for the Phillies. Sosa struck out back in the second, and he swings here, hits it off the fist, little pop up to first, and that's right at Stowers, and he catches it for the first out. Justin Crawford will be the hitter. Grounded out back in the second inning. Alcantara, 65 pitches to this point. Like I said, has not given up a hit yet. Now look at his usage chart. He has 7 pitches, and he's used them all. It always is remarkable to me when pitchers do that. His first pitch to Justin. That ball's hit towards right field in the air. Will it hang in the air? And it does. Sliding catch by Conine. Pretty nice play. Not sure he had to go down to a knee, but he went into a slide to make the play. 2 outs, 2 quick outs.
Thought off the bat that might have been hit soft enough to pay off for the Phillies, but
no such luck, as that's the second out here in the top of the fifth. Brian De La Cruz flew out back in the second inning. Out of the windup, Alcantara's pitch, and that is in there for a strike. De La Cruz, of course, played down here for a long time, down around the dugout today. This guy can hug some people, man. I'm telling you. He knew everybody. The 0-1 off the plate for a ball. The last couple of years, I was able to come down with you guys and work these games. And when De La Cruz was here, I swear he was doing a lot of damage against the Phillies. 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss on a good slider away. Count runs 1-2, 2 outs. Top of the fifth, 1-0 Marlins. Here's the 1-2 pitch, and De La Cruz steps out, uses his timeout. Garrett Stubbs stands on deck. Everybody's ready. De La Cruz, a little bit of a wider stance with 2 strikes. Alcantara's pitch. Ground ball towards second base. Over goes Stowers, way over. He flips over and flips it to Sandy, covering first, and he drops it. Not sure they would have gotten him or not. It would have been close, but Edwards was way up the middle. Stowers went flying over to the second base side, dove and turned and threw it from his rear. Almost a terrific play.
I would think they'll score that a hit. I mean, Alcantara on the run has to reach down. Stowers, as you mentioned, he's throwing from his backside. He's actually falling backwards, so he didn't get a whole lot on the throw, and it really died. It was almost like a changeup thrown at him. And Alcantara reaching for it, couldn't get it.
And that does go as a base hit, an infield single for De La Cruz. So it'll be Garrett Stubbs now. Alcantara out of the out of the stretch. First pitch swinging to Stubbs, fly ball towards center. Marcy going back, but he'll catch it on the run just shy of the track and flip it under the stands. Garrett Stubbs got a hold of it. There's a few more hard hit balls, but still no runs for the Phils. But they did get.
First pitch to Ortiz. Swung on, line towards left, long run for Ewing. He dives and he made the catch.
Ewing went back, and in left field, he's looked terrific.
He shouldn't be sneaking up on anybody, right? I mean, he's an all-star, 10 wins, his ERA below 3, and no matter where the game is played, no matter what lineup he's facing, he does his thing.
Abrams hits one high and deep out to right center. After it is Troy Johnson. Way back it goes, and out of here! And he's got 4 in his last 3 games.
Leo Jimenez grabbed it right next to the third base bag. He tapped it with his right foot, fired to second for out number 2, and on to first in plenty of time to get Altuve for 3.
474 feet for Fernando Tatis Jr.
Together to stop the steal. Brought to you by the Pennsylvania Auto Theft Prevention Authority. Go Phillies.
While everyone is listening to the ball game on the Phillies radio network, the Engineers Labor Employer Cooperative, ELEC, is hard at work rebuilding our infrastructure. Whether it's transportation, water, or energy projects, ELEC and the Operating Engineers 825 are ready to get to work building our future.
Well, how about your Citizens stats leader? Let's hit that. The Cubs beat the Cardinals yesterday 7-3 thanks to 14 hits by their offense. 8 of those hits were by 2 players. Alex Bregman, he had 4 hits, and Nico Horner had 4 hits. They were each 4 for 5. And between the two of them, they were 8 for 10. That's quite a day for those guys. Citizens, official bank of the Phillies. Bottom of the 5th inning, it's 1-0 Marlins on top. The Phils just got their first hit off of Sandy Alcantara, although it was an infield single. They've hit a lot of balls hard. Aaron Nola is still out there. He's given up 3 hits on the day. One of them a big home run in the first. That was to Kyle Stowers. That's the run that they were able to get. It'll be Jacob Marcy to lead things off here. He's the center fielder. And the first pitch to him, he's a check swing, and they check down to third base. He didn't go. Marcy, of course, ran down Bryce Harper's bomb to the wall, caught it in the air and ran into the wall. Terrific catch. He really hasn't been hitting this year, but he plays a real good center field. 1-0 pitch. Fly ball toward left field. It's high. Marsh has to go over toward the line a little ways. He gets camped, makes the catch. 1 out.
He does play a good center field, but he underplayed the ball that Stubbs just hit for the final out a little bit and really had to redirect. I think it surprised him just how much that ball carried. It didn't sound great off the bat. I don't think he really barreled it up, although it was 97 off the bat. But RC was still able to make the adjustment and make the play.
He's got some speed, man. Paulie can run. Graham Paulie, the hitter. First pitch, that's off the plate for a ball. Paulie today lined out in a double play, line out to first base. Alec Boehm, that was back in the second. 179 hitter coming into this game. The 1-0 pitch, and that's a strike. And Paulie, in 2022, he was picked 13th round by the Padres. He's actually out of Duke University. He's quite a high school player, though, out of Georgia. Georgia 7A Player of the Year. Next pitch, swing and a miss on a good breaking ball. Counts 1-2, 1 out. Bottom of the 5th. Nola working out of his windup. Rocks and he fires. And that's a strike on the outside corner. Delayed strike call by Dexter Kelly. In fact, he actually got down a little lower and looked at it for a split second longer. And then rung him up. That's a good pitch. 2 outs. It's Nola's 3rd strikeout today.
Nola now 9 strikeouts away from reaching 2,000 in his career.
I don't think we're going to see that today.
Not today.
Probably not. Joe Mack, the 9-hitter in the lineup today, steps in from the left side, takes the first pitch for a strike.
When he gets there, and it won't be long, he'll be the 94th player in history to get to 2,000 or more strikeouts in the major leagues.
Oh, 1 pitch, that's foul.
You just think about that accomplishment of all the many thousands who have appeared in a major league game. Less than 100 have gotten to that milestone.
That is really cool. Now the question is just how many games will it take him? He was way ahead here against Joe Mack. The count is 0-2, 2 outs. Mack stands in there, straight up and down. Bat kind of waggles by his ear. The pitch, this ball's a rocket into a right field base hit right at De La Cruz. Tried to sneak an 0-2 pitch by him there, and it didn't work.
Yeah, Nola's only given up 1 run. The Marlins, however, have had traffic on base in every single inning. There have been 2 double play balls to help out. Got a caught stealing. That was after an error allowed a base runner. So he's had to work for it, that's for sure. But the bottom line is just 1 run allowed.
Yep. Out of Lopez from the right side. First pitch, he backs out of there on a breaking ball. He's fooled because it's a strike. And he doesn't want to challenge.
He has to look at it to know whether it's a strike or not. And he had his back to the pitch, so probably not a good idea to challenge when you weren't even looking. But I think it was a strike.
Yeah. A 1 count, the pitch. And that is just low. Count runs 1-1. If I'm a little delayed on that, the umpire, Dexter Kelly, sometimes likes to take a little bit of an extra split second to see where the pitch is. Runner on first base is Joe Mack. Aaron, he checks him. Set, long set, pitch, and that's hit right off the hands at Bryson Stott. He's going to take the big hop, and on the run flips it to Bohm for the out. A tough little throw down at the shins, but he was able to make the play. That's 3 outs. And how about that? There's a little bit of a rustle there, but he did get through it. Nice job, Aaron Nola, as he's actually...
And there's a shot into left field. Stanton on his way around to score. The Yankees are on the board. First, it's 1-0 New York. Bouncer headed up the middle, and that's going to get through and drive in a couple of runs. Cranked up and sent into the right center field gap. McMahon's going to score easily. They're going to wave Wills around. Plays to third. 5-0 New York. Another one head for no man's land, but Harrison Bader read it well. Former Gold Glover comes up to make a very nice catch for the guy they call Big G, who has driven in a run with the 3rd straight hit to open the 5th inning. Chopper for Jazz, hot shot, and he makes the catch. That got on there on a line, and he's telling Jose Caballero, "You see that?" I could watch Jazz Chisholm play. I mean, he plays with such joy. Only David Cohn, Ron Guidry, and Mel Stottlemyre had opening day starts of 6+ innings with 2 or fewer hits and no runs allowed.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
And the heartbeat of a city that moves with each pitch. At Citizens, we're more than just the official bank of the Phillies. We're fans, too, cheering every hit, celebrating every win. And when big moments arise, we're made to lead the rally. Citizens, the official bank of the Phillies.
Your favorite power hitter, pocket-sized. All fans receive a Wawa Kyle Schwarber bobble figurine on Friday, August 21st when the Phils take on the Cardinals at 6:40. Visit Phillies.com for tickets now. Top of the order for the Phillies here in inning number 6. It's 1-0 Miami on a first inning homer from Kyle Stowers. First pitch from Alcantara misses outside, ball 1. The last time Nola pitched here in Miami, it was a 1-0 win for the Phillies. That was back in May. Tonight, a role reversal to this point. Turner 0 for 2 tonight. The pitch swung on, broken bat floater. It'll be caught in the hole at short by Lopez. And that'll be out number 1, and we'll pause for station identification. This is the Phillies Radio Network. With Kevin Stocker, I'm Scott Fransky with you from Lone Depot Park in Miami. Thanks for tuning us in tonight as the Phillies try to get even in this series with the Marlins. Down 1-0. Bryson Stott the batter, and he takes a called strike on the inside part of the plate. And it's 0-1. Stott 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. He's looked a bit overmatched against Alcantara. He's had his number. The pitch. And that's outside. Stott, who had a big triple last night. The big game on Sunday night in the finale at home. 9 for 25, Stott, over the last 7 games. The 1-1. Swing at a bouncing ball, speared on a hop by Alcantara to the right of the mound. And he'll flip it underhand to first. And there are 2 down quickly, and that'll bring up Bryce Harper.
Well, the ultimate goal of an MLB fan, well, seeing it all. The MLB Journey to 30 sweepstakes presented by T-Mobile is the ultimate bucket list. Enter now for your chance to win trips to all 30 ballparks. Yes, all 30. MLB.com/journey to 30 sweeps. I wouldn't mind being 30 again.
0-2 the mark tonight for Harper. Although he's hit the ball well his last time up. Takes first pitch down, low, ball 1. A ball that would have been a home run in 9 different ballparks, including his home ballpark back in Philly. Here's the 1-0. And the pitch is up and away. Harper has 3 homers off of Alcantara lifetime. The 2-0 pitch. Swung on, fouled back and out of play. Harper has only faced 1 pitcher now more often than Alcantara. It's Julio Teheran, the former Brave, who's not going to face him again. 2-1 pitch. It's a strike called, and Harper wants to challenge it. Looked like it was inside corner. Perhaps it's going to be close. And it is a strike. My goodness. By
one challenge remaining.
Tenth of an inch.
That's even less than a sliver. I mean, that is just, how did that even register?
Two balls, 2 strikes. Alcantara into his windup, and the pitch. Swung on, fouled away. Patrick Corbin, he's faced 58 times, and with 2 plate appearances tonight, he's now faced Alcantara 59. This is the 60th. Here's the windup, and a 2-2. Swung on, fouled back.
Well, Bryce is just, it's had a tough month. And I mean, he's got 2 home runs in the month, and he only has 1 2-hit game in the month. Uncharacteristic of him.
And now Mack, with the clock winding down, takes time, and he's going to go talk to Alcantara. Harper with a home run last night, giving him 40 career homers against the Marlins franchise. And there's only 3 hitters that have hit more in the history of this franchise. Ryan Zimmerman and Ryan Howard, each with 41, and Freddie Freeman, the leader, with 42. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Alcantara back into the wind, and the pitch. Harper hits one back up the middle. It'll get through for a base hit. Harper was running hard to first. One of those balls back through the middle that the center fielder has to come way over to his left to get. Harper, I think, for a moment was thinking about the hard turn and the hustle double, but he put on the brakes.
I'm sure that it's on the card that the defense get. Everybody is aware now with 2 outs. Bryce loves to be aggressive, ultra aggressive to second base. Tries to get into scoring position.
Well, that's only the 2nd hit of the night for the Phillies. And it'll bring up Alec Bohm, and he rips one into right field. That'll be down for a base hit. And Bohm and Harper both came in with excellent numbers against Alcantara, and they've swung the bat well against him again tonight. 2 aboard as Harper stops at second.
Scott, it takes me back to the keys where I was like, don't get frustrated against a guy like Alcantara, because he deals. He's been doing this all year. Deals, and then he gets to the 6th and 7th, and then all of a sudden it's hit, home run, hit, home run.
Phillies down 1-0. Here's Brandon Marsh. 2 outs, and he takes the first pitch down low. Marsh is 0 for 2 with a ground out. A couple of times to the right side, once to first base, resulted in the throwing error by Stowers. They'll play him to pull on the ground. Alcantara ready. The pitch. Fouled off into the Phillies dugout. Phillies had 3 shots at it back in the second inning with 2 on and nobody out. They're 0 for 3 tonight with runners in scoring position. Down 1-0. Tying run at second base. Here's the 1-1. Swung on, fouled away. Third base side. So he's put one in each dugout now in his last 2 pitches. But he's down to the count, 1-2. Alcantara checks the lead runner at second. He kicks the pitch. And it's a strike called on the outside corner. No argument from Brandon Marsh. He takes a fastball over the outer part of the plate, and he goes down looking for the final out. No runs, 2 hits, 2 left by the Phillies, middle of the 6th.
I'm Jonathan Mayer, and for more than 20 years, I've traced the path of baseball's rising stars, navigating the back roads of the national pastime and basking in the glow of small-town America's spirit, where the team is woven into the fabric of everyday life, where it's more than just a game. It's a celebration of the people, the traditions, and the culture that give these places their soul. This is Grassroots.
Te encantan los jugadores. Te encanta el juego.
¡Y se fue!
Ahora puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas, jerseys autografiados y más, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores agregados toda la temporada. Cada artículo es autenticado por MLB para asegurar que lo que llega directamente a tu hogar es original. ¿Quieres una parte del juego? Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Cheesesteak since 1947.
Ready for your big break? Play the new Superstar Scratch-Off from the PA Lottery with top prizes of $1.5 million. One ticket could turn you into an overnight sensation. Play today. Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly.
We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. It's still 1-0 Miami as Kyle Stowers will lead off against Aaron Nola. His first pitch is on the way, and it's taken outside for ball 1. Stowers responsible for the game's only run with his first inning home run off of Nola. 1 ball to no strikes. Nola winds up and delivers. And the pitch missed outside again. It's 2-0. Braves off tonight as they were rained out in New York. They'll play a doubleheader tomorrow between the Mets and the Braves. 2-0 pitch. Swing at a foul tip. Phillies got some help from the Mets last night, but couldn't take advantage, of course. Phillies 5.5 back in the division. Still holding the number 2 spot in the wild card race. But here with less than a week to go now before the trade deadline on Monday, of the 15 teams in the National League, 11 of them are within 2 games of a wild card spot. It's a pitch. Swung on, popped up. This one a mile high. And over in foul territory, Sosa giving it a look, and he's got room. He'll make the catch. He was right up against the railing and then backpedaled away from the stands and made the grab. It's a similar situation in the American League. 10 of the 15 teams are within 2.5 games. And that's made it extra challenging for the buyers at the trade deadline to find some legitimate sellers.
They're all waiting, right, to see what's going to happen this week.
Here is Hernandez, and a swing and a miss. Hernandez 0 for 2 tonight with 2 strikeouts. Here's the 0-1. Breaking ball, bounced on the ground, foul past third. Hernandez here in the month of July, leading the Marlins with 7 homers and a .1038 OPS. He's got 15 total home runs on the year, which leads the ball club. The 0-2 on the way. And a swing and a foul tip. And it got a piece of Garrett. Stays alive, does Hernandez. Those 15 home runs, that is the second lowest team leader in baseball. Only the Guardians have less. The 0-2 pitch. Breaking ball. That's inside. Did I say that right?
Say that again.
He leads the Marlins with 15 homers. And of all the team leaders, that's the second lowest.
Oh, is that right? Yeah.
I believe the Guardians have a few players that all have 11. The 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball down low. 2-2. The Phillies are getting left-hander Tim Meza loose in their bullpen. That string of left-handed batters after the switch hitting Edwards. The 2-2 fouled away. And this is the point in the game, I think, where the Phillies kind of keep going back and forth with Nola, the 5th, the 6th. Do we let him ride? Do we get him out of there? Do we try to push him a little bit?
And where do you stand on that? I'm with you. I don't know.
2-2. Breaking ball fouled down at the plate. I mean, right now you're in a situation where your bullpen's a little bit taxed. And obviously you're in a game right now that you don't figure Sandy Alcantara has much more than one more inning unless it's a really quick 7th inning. He's at 88 pitches right now. He's Alcantara through 6 innings.
Well, it's hard because Aaron's pitching really well, but because of the past and this year, there's that feeling of, well, here it comes.
2-2 pitch. And that's a called third strike. And it's going to be challenged. As it looked like Nola trying to come on the inside corner, but Hernandez will challenge it for the Marlins. And it is indeed a strike. And it's the 3rd time that he's gotten Hernandez on strikes tonight. And he's only got 4 strikeouts total. So 2 down, and here comes the switch hitting Xavier Edwards. And the first pitch on the way to Edwards. And that one is a little bit low. Nola trying to get his first win since May the 26th. A 1-0 pitch. Down low. But right now on the short end of a 1-0 score. The windup in the 2-0 pitch. And that one missed outside. And where are all those runs the Phillies were scoring for Nola back in the month of June when he had an ERA of 6.67? Yet the Phillies still won 4 of his 6 starts. 3-0 count. Here's the pitch. And that one is a little bit low for ball 4. And we'll see if that prompts a visit or a change. Tim Meza has been warming up, as we said. And you've got Hicks here, and it would make some sense if the Phillies wanted to make a move. They have an all right-handed bench, of course, but Looks like they're electing to stay with Nola against Hicks, whose OPS is 378 points better against righties. The pitch. It's in there for a called strike. That's no small number.
Right. And that's a good pitch by Aaron there to get ahead. And late in the game like this, he's going to have to work ahead in the count.
The stretch. 0-1 the count. Runner started, then stopped. The pitch is up high. No movement by Edwards as he was walking back to the bag. That walk, a 4-pitch walk, the third of the game for Aaron. He's only allowed 4 hits total. The stretch and a throw over to first. Edwards back. One and one. The pitch. Swung on, little looper into center field. That's going to fall for a base hit. Edwards turns second. He'll head for third. Throw comes into second base. A soft single for Liam Hicks. And there are runners on the corners with 2 down. And Griffin Conine coming up. I mentioned the left-right difference for Liam Hicks. It is even more pronounced when it comes to Griffin Conine. The OPS is 600 points better against righties than lefties. And here comes Don Mattingly. So Aaron Nola will once again not be able to pick up a victory. He has certainly pitched well enough to get one, but
Ewing coming over, diving, and he makes the catch. A psychopathic play for Ewing.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. He is unbelievable. A spectacular play.
This is that Ellie pterodactyl move.
Michael goes up. He's got it. He always has it.
Good backhand. Suarez long throw.
Got him.
And he makes the catch and hangs on. Not an easy play.
There's one. There's two. There's three.
Perfectly done. On the run, extends and makes the play. Oh, baby.
Robles goes to a slide and he makes the catch.
Oh, what a play by Khalil Watson. Are you kidding me?
And he can scoot, can he? And Laura just snaps it. Marcia charging, dives and makes the grab.
Alcantara, the Jaguar.
Oh, plenty of up.
I don't know about that. Diving play at short by Neto.
The official bank of the Phillies. We're fans too, cheering every hit, celebrating every win, and when big moments arise, we're made to lead the rally. Citizens, the official bank of the Phillies.
Well, the Phillies turn to left-hander Tim Meza, coming on to face what will be a pinch hitter. One of the things we were kind of alluding to there with Liam Hicks at the plate. He could have made the move to the lefty there with 2 outs and a runner at first. I'm not sure Clayton McCullough would have been as inclined to pinch hit for Hicks at this stage of the game, but now it seems really obvious. And they'll go to Esteury Ruiz, who will bat from the right side against Tim Meza.
He's got a ton of speed, too, so there's a lot of more options, a little tougher with this guy because he can run so fast.
Sosa back behind the bag at third. Ruiz takes the first pitch in for a strike. It's 0-1. You've got Edwards at third base, Hicks at first base, and it's a 1-0 ball game here in the bottom of the 6th. Meza ready, looks at first, he kicks the pitch, and it bounces in, blocked nicely by Stubbs. Tim Meza, 42nd appearance of the season. He's faced Ruiz a couple of times. He's 0 for 2 against him. The 1-1. The pitch. And that is a fastball that misses up and away. 2 balls and a strike. Both of the runners, property of Aaron Nola. This happened with 2 outs. 2-1 the count. Here's the pitch. And it's up high, and it's 3-1. You've got Marcy, another left-handed hitter on deck. He's actually been a little better against lefties than righties, all in all. The pitch. Swing and a miss.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That was a ball.
Big time. Well, 3-2. The runner at first, Hicks, will be off. Mesa trying to get a big out here to keep the Phillies in this game. The left-hander kicks the 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. And a big strikeout for Tim Mesa to put out the fire here to end the 6th. No runs, a hit, 2 left, and we're going to the 7th. It's still Miami 1 and the Phils nothing.
Hi, this is JTO Mute.
It's time for the great mascot race. Ready, set, go. And they're on. They're neck and neck. Look at them go, folks. The crowd loves it. Down the home stretch. It's too close to call. Here's the play at the plate. It's Slider. Congratulations. You won the great mascot race.
The newfangled idea of the time was night games, and teams thought that the shiny material of satin would reflect the stadium lights better. But satin comes with all kinds of issues. Despite all its drawbacks, this shiny material really does create a show-stopping jersey.
The afternoon with Phillies legends for Toyota Phillies Alumni Day on Sunday, August 9th at 1:35 when the Phils take on the Blue Jays. Grab tickets now at Phillies.com.
Well, we'll go to the 7th inning now. It's still 1-0 in favor of the Marlins. Sandy Alcantara goes back to work. With 88 pitches thrown on the night. First pitch to Edmundo Sosa is up high for ball 1. No activity in the Marlins bullpen. Phillies getting another lefty up in their pen. It looks like Jose Alvarado. The 1-0 pitch. Swung on, ripped, and caught by a leaping, diving third baseman Graham Pauley. My goodness, the Phillies have hit into some bad luck tonight for sure. That ball was scalded. Ruiz remains in the game in right field. Well, if Alvarado comes in, that'd be 4 times in 5 days. Here's Crawford, a swing and a foul tip. Crawford is 0 for 2. Here's the windup. And Alcantara's 0-1. Swinging a little tapper out in front of the plate. Out to get it is Mack. He'll throw it to first. 2 down.
Don't miss the huddle at Citizens Bank Park on Sunday, August 23rd at 1:35 p.m. when the Phils take on the Cardinals and kids 14 and under. Score a Pico Bryce Harper football jersey. Visit Phillies.com to purchase tickets today.
So that'll bring up right fielder Brian De La Cruz. Here in a 1-0 ball game. Alcantara was hoping for a quick inning, and it's looking like he'll get it. First pitch, it's up high. And if that's the case, they might just send him back out for the 8th. 1-0 the count. The windup. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. De La Cruz, not much chance at that sinker at 96 miles an hour. One ball, one strike. The pitch. Swung on, pulled sharply past the dive of Pauly. It's down the left field line. Headed for the corner. De La Cruz around first. He's headed for second. He'll be there with a stand-up 2-out double. Brian De La Cruz with his first hit off a righty since joining the Phils. And it comes off his old teammate, Sandy Alcantara. For De La Cruz, his first double of the season.
Well, that's how you extend the inning, right? You get a couple of hits. That's what they did last inning. 2 quick outs and then base hits by Harper and Bone.
Well, now Garrett Stubbs, a 2-out chance here. They'll play Pauly in on the turf at third base. First pitch on the way. Stubbs takes way outside, ball 1. Now the Marlins start to stir in the bullpen. They'll get somebody loose. 1-0 Miami. 2 outs, 7th inning. Alcantara double check second. The pitch. Stubbs hits one on the ground. Backhand pickup Lopez. Plants, throws, and he got him. Oh, it's close. Stowers with the stretch. The Phillies will double check. Stubbs hoping he might have beaten it out, but the Phillies will not challenge the call. 7 scoreless for Alcantara tonight with some great defense behind him. And we'll go to the bottom of the 7th. It's 1-0 Miami.
Hey, Phillies fans, Tom McCarthy here. If you're bringing your family to Citizens Bank Park this season,
Van Poppel starts his motion, stumbles, the ball gets away, and the runners move up. I think there's going to be a full moon tonight.
Green gives a great effort, goes back, leaps straight up above. Boy, a strange play right there.
Hunter at the wall, jumping, and it's out of here! Hunter had the ball, Gary, and his glove fell over the wall.
Ground ball, step to the mound. Boston throws to the plate. He thought the bases were loaded.
How do you like that? How do you like that?
Will it be on SportsCenter tonight? Bank on it.
You could describe Tulsa as a big, small town or a small, big city.
Tulsa is a very mixed city of arts and film and sports. I mean, it's a true melting pot of all kinds of things.
Professional baseball in Tulsa, it's actually older than the state of Oklahoma.
It's nice to play in front of, fans that you see on a daily basis.
Pediatric specialists are here to help your child achieve their best health. Throughout Southeast Pennsylvania, we're working hand in hand with families to make every child's world a place where they can thrive. Now open in Malvern. Find your child's neighborhood specialist at nemours.org/PA. Nemours Children's Health. Well beyond medicine.
Catch the Phils when they take on the Marlins Monday, August 17th and Tuesday, August 18th, both at 6:40, and Wednesday, August 19th at 6:05.
way back there, gone!
Snag tickets now at Phillies.com.
Well, it's the bottom of the 7th inning. How about your PGW game summary? The score is 1-0 right now. Miami's on top. 5 hits for the Marlins. 4 hits for the Phillies. Aaron Nola battled. He gave up a home run in the first to Kyle Stowers, but after that, he had to get through the second with some pitches, the third, but didn't give up any more runs. He really battled. Tim Mesa came in and got a big strikeout in the 6th. But the Phillies offense, they've hit the ball hard off of Sandy Alcantara. He has pitched very well. He's also got some really good defense behind him to keep that at 0. So right now it's going to be Alvarado as the score is still 1-0. PGW fueling the future.
Jose Alvarado will come on in relief to pitch the 7th inning, facing Jacob Marcy in the first pitch on the way. It's taken, and it's ball 1 as he misses inside. For Alvarado, it is his 4th appearance in the last 5 days. 3 appearances the last 4 prior to tonight. 1-0 pitch. And it's a bunt attempt, third base side. Sosa barehand pick, throws on the run. Bohm with the stretch, and he gets the out at first base. I don't know. It almost looked like he came off the bag early. But the Marlins debating whether or not to challenge. They will not. that such a long reach over there for a big target. And that's, as you've talked about before, that's a nice comfort for an infielder, throwing to a big target.
I will say he does a nice job, Alec, who hasn't played there much at all this year. But he waits to read the ball before he stretches, which is good for his height. And the guy's all legs, for crying out loud. So nice play by Sosa.
Javier Sanoa will come off the bench and bat for Graham Pauley. 1 out, nobody on, and the pitch. And that one is a strike called. Sanoa, 265 hitter. 3 homers, 35 runs batted in. And now there's a ball loose out in the outfield. Marsh needs to go retrieve it. I mentioned those numbers for Alvarado 3 times in 4 days, so tonight the 4th in the last 5. Keep in mind, however, his outings have been relatively short. 11 pitches, 14 pitches, 9 pitches, so 34 total pitches, which doesn't even match what Chase Sugar threw in the 1 game in relief. So 0-1. That's a pot. But that said, not too many guys are going out 4 times in 5 days out of bullpens these days.
No. And I don't know that I've ever seen it with Alvarado.
1 ball and 1 strike. And the pitch to Sanoa. Swung on, fouled away to the right side.
Alvy's one of those guys, too. You know, we talk a lot about Wheeler or Nola. You go out there, how you doing? And they'll always tell you they're feeling great. They want to go back out. Alvy's one of those guys, you could ask him before the game, how you doing? He might just say, you know, I'm a little shaky. Yeah, he's that guy. He really knows. I don't know if that's knowing how, you know, his body, or if it's more just he likes to pitch when everything feels just right.
Well, it wasn't just right just then, because he was about to let the pitch clock expire, and Garrett Stubbs and Bryson Stott both saw it. Stubbs came running out. Stott was already running in from second. One and 2 the count on Javier Sanoa. Joe Mack, the catcher, on deck. And the pitch. Down and in with the breaking ball. Quick turnaround for these two clubs. A 12-10 start tomorrow to wrap up the series. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch. Swung on, fouled off. Two and 2 still on Sanoa. The stretch. And the pitch. Breaking ball. And that's in there for a called 3rd strike. And Sanoa frozen on the breaking ball there from Jose Alvarado on a curveball that we rarely see, but he's mixing it in a little bit more now. And Sanoa might have been able to challenge that one.
Well, it's not a good curveball. I mean, it's just his curveball comes out behind him. It doesn't have a ton of break. Last time we saw it, it leaves it up. Not my favorite pitch.
Now Joe Mack, who's 1 for 2 on the night. The pitch. He bunts. 3rd base side, and they're letting it roll. It'll go over foul.
That should never happen if you're the Marlins. A ball should never be able to go 10, 12 feet down the baseline and spit foul, because they're so fast, they're so good at running the bases and putting pressure. That, to me, is an error in the grounds crew. And if I'm dead serious. If I'm the manager, I'm out there saying, hey, man, I need those to float back in, not float out. Absolutely. Especially here on this turf, right?
I think it just had some spin on it, right? I mean,
it doesn't matter, man. You can tilt that. It's not like they bring a level out. That spin could work its way back.
0-1 the count. And the pitch. And that missed down and in. Mack, another guy who's been held in check by lefties so far as a rookie. 1-1. Down low. 1-0. Miami leads it. Bottom of the 7th. They scored the only run of the game in the first inning. A home run by Kyle Stowers. 2 balls, 1 strike. And the pitch. That one just missed, and we're going to get a challenge. You mentioned the delay that Dexter Kelly kind of sometimes pauses, and I think Garrett was waiting on the call. And that was a little bit low.
Philadelphia has no challenge.
Three and 1 the count. And the pitch. That's low. It's ball 4. And a few too many 2-out walks. That's the 3rd one of the night issued by Phil's pitchers. And this one to the number 9 hitter, who can't hit lefties. And by the way, in case you didn't hear Dexter Kelly, the Phillies are out of challenges.
Thank you.
The audio not the cleanest. Here's the pitch. And it's a check swing. Pitch is up and away for ball 1. The Marlins have had a base runner in every single inning so far tonight. Want to know the count. Lopez waits the pitch. Swing and a miss. Otto Lopez tonight is 0 for 3. 3 ground balls. One of which he reached on an error by the first baseman Bohm. Calvin Fauché warmed and ready to go for Miami. 1-1. Here's the pitch. Lopez rips it towards right field, but right at Brian De La Cruz. He'll make the catch. And the side is retired. 2-out walk. No harm done. We're going to the 8th in Miami. It's 1-0 Marlins.
Austin Slater swings and misses at a slurve that hit him, and he is down on strikes. That's marginally embarrassing.
He's going to make sure the hair is in decent shape. That moved the rally cap to the other side of the head.
Oh, look out. Big fella lost his shillelagh on that pass.
We got a ferry boat upside down, the Collector Cup. Raising the bar for all of us.
Hot shot. The ball bounced off his glove and he starts. Oh my, wow.
Bring up Ezekiel Duran. Yesterday got his 11th of the year. 2-2, and that ball's hit well. Goodness. Into the second deck.
436 feet for Zeke. He gets a fastball belt high down the middle, barrels this, and it's a no doubt about it. Home run.
Duran's solo home run is 12th of the season.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
The Phils take on the Nats Monday, August 3rd through Wednesday, August 5th, all at 6:40, and Thursday, August 6th at 6:05.
You gotta be kidding. That is incredible.
Be there and get tickets now at Phillies.com.
Player Independence Blue Cross Player Spotlight. How about Kyle Backus? He tied his career high with 2 innings pitched last night here in Miami. He gave up 2 hits, no runs though, had a walk, 31 pitches. Was his 18th relief appearance of the season. That was a big one for him. He's had lots of chances, did a good job. Independence Blue Cross. Learn more at IBX.com.
Well, the bullpen takes over for Miami after 7 scoreless innings tonight for Sandy Alcantara. And the first pitch from Calvin Fauché in for a strike to Trey Turner. Top of the order here for the Phillies. It's Turner, Stott, and Harper tonight. The right-hander kicks and delivers, and the pitch swung on, grounded to short. Lopez comes in, fields the second hop, throws on to first, and Turner is 0 for 4. Turner now 1 for 8 in the series, 1 for 9 rather in this series. One away. Phillies will have to turn the tables on the Marlins, who came up with a 9th inning rally yesterday. Come back and beat the Phils. Here's Bryson Stott. And the pitch he takes, it's a strike. Bryson hitless tonight against Alcantara. 2 strikeouts and a ground out back to the mound. Here's the pitch. And it's down low. Sanoa remains in the game at third base. Another win would give the Marlins their first series win of any length against the Phillies since September of 2023. The 1-1. It's outside. Phillies 7-0-3 in 10 series since then against Miami. Two balls and 1 strike on Stott. Here's the pitch. Swing and a bouncing ball towards first. Stowers backs up, fields, underhand flip to the pitcher. Boy, and just the Jekyll and Hyde nature of this Phillies offense right now.
Trying to find some consistency, and certainly cannot find it. They have hit balls hard, and that's the other thing. You have to remember that. But gets a little bit frustrating for them.
Hardest hit ball of the night belongs to this man right here, Bryce Harper, coming to the plate. 106-mile-per-hour exit velo drive to left center field that was caught on a leaping grab at the wall. Would not have cleared, wasn't going to be a home run here, but terrific play by Marcy leading off the 4th. First pitch is outside to Harper. One ball, no strikes, the pitch. Swing and a miss. Diamondbacks all over the Pirates tonight, 6-0, top of the 7th inning. That's a matchup of the 2 teams directly behind the Phillies in the wild card race. Pirates won in extras last night. Diamondbacks on their way to a win tonight. Here's the 1-1 to Harper. Breaking ball hit sharply to second. Edwards is up with it, throws to first, and there's an easy inning for Calvin Poche. Phillies go 1-2-3, and we're going to the bottom of the 8th. It's the Marlins 1 and the Phils 0.
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back, bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the Ultimate Mystery Player Challenge, and Immaculate Grid, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play. Only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
We're talking about power. We're talking about bling. This is the stuff that puts people in the seats.
Ruth's adoring fans pitched in to gift a crown fit for the home run king.
How come the fans didn't, put something together for me?
They gave you a nice round of applause.
It's a good job, Carlos.
That man is 42 years old. I'm only 22. Until that man stay on that mound, nobody gonna take me out of this game.
Okay, let me see what I can do about it. Right now, I feel like I can go over there and go placata right now on the field just because I held this batter, Willie Mays. I'm not giving it back to you. You need
You're
it
not
back?
gonna get back?
Okay, you can continue talking.
Right, and you're just going to hold on to it?
Yeah.
Hammer and Hank became baseball's all-time home run king.
Hank Aaron flipped the bat, pointed to the outside, and said, "Black."
Every single Triple Crown winner has been inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame. So it looks pretty good for me. Just saying. Go to baseballhall.org to plan your visit to the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown, New York, and catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv.
Well, you're invited to the Flo Rida post-game concert presented by Jim Beam at Citizens Bank Park after the Phils play the Marlins on Tuesday, August 18th at 6:40 p.m. Your game ticket is your concert ticket. The field passes are available for purchase. Visit Phillies.com theme nights to purchase tickets and field passes today.
Phillies will have one more chance in the ninth to avoid their 9th shutout loss of the season. As Kyle Stowers leads off here in the bottom of the 8th inning, takes low from a new pitcher for the Phillies. It's Orion Kerkering into the game, 44th appearance of the year for Kerkering. And the pitch, and that is outside. Pete Fairbanks starting to warm up in the Miami bullpen. It'll be Bohm, Marsh, and Sosa due up in the 9th. The 2-0, and that's outside. It's 3 balls and no strikes. Stowers homered in the first inning. That's the only run tonight. And if the Phillies do not score, if this particular score holds, it would be the 2nd time in the last 4 days that the Phillies lose 1-0. There's a high pop-up into center. Under it is Crawford, and he'll make the one-handed catch for out number 1. Phillies lost 1-0 to the Yankees back on the 24th on Saturday. And then, of course, scored 11 runs and 7 runs the next 2 nights. And now it's back to a big goose egg.
So far.
So far. Phillies have 2 1-0 losses already this season. Here's Hernandez, and he hits a ground ball to short. Happy to make contact, though, I imagine, as Turner will scoop it and throw to first and throw him out.
Hey, Chick-fil-A Nugget of the Game, July 28th, 2002. Broadcaster Harry Callis receives the Ford C. Frick Award during induction ceremonies at the National Baseball Hall of Fame. I can get there. Nice job, Harry.
Bring up Edwards. Edwards has been on base twice tonight, a single and a walk. First pitch from Kerkering is in for a strike. One nothing Miami. And Kerkering deals, and that pitch misses. And of course, when Nola pitched here in May, I mentioned this at the outset, Phillies won the game 1-0. 1-1. That's down low. The only run that day. The 3rd inning solo homer for Bryce Harper off of Jansen Junk. Two balls and a strike. The pitch. It's outside. Three and 1. And the pitch. And that's a strike called. Edwards wants to challenge. He thought it was outside.
And how many challenges is that in this game?
5, I think.
Only 5.
And it was a strike. So both the Phillies and Marlins are out of challenges.
Feels like a lot more. I just think it's the way that Kelly is umpiring back there. Not that it's bad, but the calls are late.
Well, you say late. He says, I'm just trying to be precise. He has been right on 4 of the 5 that have been challenged.
Oh, no, wait a minute. That's not what I'm saying.
3-2. And it's down low, ball 4. He walks anyway. And that's the 4th 2-out walk tonight issued by the Phillies. It's the 3rd straight inning they've issued a 2-out walk. It's as if they're trying to make it harder on themselves.
It's hard enough already this game.
Here's Liam Hicks.
Let him run here.
And the pitch. Looked like he started, then stopped. The pitch is a strike. Hicks looking back. He can't challenge. Both teams will get a challenge when we get to the 10th inning.
Now you're talking.
0-1 the count. Kerkering, a long set. Now the pitch. Breaking ball. That's in for a strike. That's going to happen.
I'm with you, man.
Okay. 0-2 the count. Runner is going, and man, did he have a massive jump. The pitch is down and away. Kerkering hadn't even started his delivery, and Edwards is taken off for second.
Some guys are really good at that. I mean, we've seen that quite a few times, or guys are good at going and stopping and getting back.
1-2 in the dirt. Got to keep it here.
And that only works now so much because of the pitch clock. Because back in the day, guys would come set and hold. Like you could just hold and hold and hold. You can't do that now. So that's a good tactic if you're a base runner.
Count is even. 2-2 on Liam Hicks. Kerkering's pitch. Breaking ball down and in. You've got Ruiz, who doesn't hit righties very well, and with the base open, I don't think you're going to. You shouldn't throw Liam Hicks, their RBI leader, anything to hit here. 3 balls, 2 strikes, the payoff pitch, and it's grounded up the middle. Stott dives, it trickles off his glove into shallow center. Edwards is going to be held. It looked like Lally was trying to wave him home, but Edwards put on the brakes looking out towards center field. Stott gets enough leather on it to keep it nearby and keep a run off the board.
Nice job by Bryson Stott to just flick this ball enough. I think the third base coach loses sight of it just a little bit. He's a little late on swinging him to go. If you're the third base coach in that situation, you've got to keep flying. You've got to keep windmilling the arm and then stop him late. He just was a little late.
Why on earth are you throwing a pitch anywhere near that part of the plate? In this situation, it makes 0 sense.
Well, and right before that, too, I'm like, what? If that's the case, put him on. Put him on.
Well, Caleb Cotham is going out to talk to Orion Kerkering. They'll deal with Ruiz now, who's a guy who's maybe no slouch, but he's not your RBI leader, and so he certainly doesn't have the same kind of numbers against righties.
So they showed the replay, a different angle, Scott, and the runner, Edwards, the entire time he's running at third, 3 times he looked over his shoulder to see what was going on.
Instead of looking at the third base coach.
You could be kidding me.
Well, then that's on Edwards.
That's right.
Well, see if the Phillies can pitch their way out of another 2-out spot that they've put themselves in. The pitch is a breaking ball, strike called. Ruiz tapping his helmet, and Dexter says, "You have no challenges." He says, "Oh, my bad, I just got here." 0-1 the count. Kerkering ready. And the pitch. Breaking ball, swing and a miss. And it's 0-2 quickly. Ruiz now asks for his timeout. Out of Town Scores brought to you, as always, by Oliver Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Electrical. 55 years of family-owned service you can trust. No balls, 2 strikes, the pitch. Swing and a ground ball hit on a hop to third. Sosa has it. They'll go the short way to second and force out Liam Hicks, and that'll do it. Another fire put out. This time in the bottom of the 8th. 2 left by Miami. We'll go to the 9th. It's 1.
Hey, Chicago, what do you say? Let's take a road twib to Wrigley Field today. Home of the Chicago Cubs since 1916, Wrigley Field is the 2nd oldest ballpark in the majors, just behind Boston's Fenway Park. Hop off the L in the heart of Wrigleyville and take in the unique buzz of the neighborhood. On the corner of Clark and Addison, the iconic red marquee sign welcomes fans into the friendly confines. Once inside, direct your attention to the manually operated scoreboard that sits 60 feet above center field. Lush green ivy covers the brick outfield walls, and just beyond the bleachers, Wrigley rooftops provide an unrivaled view of the game. When at Wrigley, you have to get a Chicago dog. With everything, of course. The chicken tinga torta or chicken and churros are great options too. Find your seat in the bleachers and embrace the rowdiness. Sing along to Take Me Out to the Ball Game. And don't forget to root for the Cubbies. Wrigley Field, an unforgettable experience.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Your favorite power hitter, pocket-sized. All fans receive a Wawa Kyle Schwarber bobble figurine on Friday, August 21st when the Phils take on the Cardinals at 6:40. Visit Phillies.com for tickets now.
This copyrighted broadcast is presented by authority of the Philadelphia Phillies. May not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Phillies.
Well, we go to the ninth inning. Last chance time for the Phillies, trailing 1-0. Alec Bohm leads off. Pete Fairbanks on the mound, and the first pitch swing and a miss from the big, tall righty who has struggled in his time here in Miami. A .718 earned run average. He's given up 8 homers in 31 innings. The 0-1 pitch, and that one is a strike on the inside corner, and it's quickly 0-2 as the 32-year-old righty gets ahead of Alec Bohm. Here in the ninth inning, it's Bohm, Marsh, and Sosa due up. Fairbanks, first base side of the rubber, is set. He kicks the pitch up and in. Bohm tonight, aboard twice, single and a walk. Also flied out deep to right on a hard hit ball that was run down by Griffin Conine. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1-0 Marlins. The pitch taken for a strike called, and that's out number 1.
Fairbanks, when he's on, what makes him so tough when he's cooking is that he's got such an unusual delivery. It's a big-time short arm. He throws it like a dart right by his ear. It can be tough to pick up as a hitter. That ball's right down the middle, but I guarantee you Alec just never saw it.
Got to bring up Brandon Marsh. And the pitch to Marsh. It's taken. It's in for a strike. Brandon Marsh, another difficult night at the plate. He's 0 for 3. Struck out in the 6th inning. Struck out looking with 2 outs and 2 runners on. 0-1 the count. Now time called. Mack jogs out to talk with Fairbanks. In case you're wondering, no sign of Schwarber anywhere on the bench. He is out for this one. So no late heroics off the bench for the Phil's DH. Lefties have feasted on Fairbanks to this point to the tune of a 1040 OPS. 0-1 the count. And the pitch. Swung on, hit in the air, left field, straight away and not deep. Hernandez waiting, he'll make the catch, 2 down. The Phillies have played 11 games, including tonight, since the All-Star break. If they don't score, it would be the 6th time in 11 games they've scored 1 run or less. It would be their second 1-0 shutout loss in the last 4 days. Sosa is the last hope as Fairbanks kicks and deals, and the pitch is a fastball for a strike, and it's 0-1. 98 on that fastball from Fairbanks. The stretch and the righty's pitch. Swing and a foul back, and it's 0-2. Alcantara, who had the benefit of some good defense behind him, still only allowed 4 hits. Calvin Fauché pitched the 8th, and and he needed only 9 pitches to do so, and Fairbanks has only thrown 7 pitches, and he's an out away from a save. The righty sets the 0-2 pitch, swinging and this, struck him out, and the Marlins have won a series over the Phillies for the first time in nearly 3 years. A come-from-behind win last night and a 1-0 shutout of the Phils here tonight.
Tough one. They're all tough right now. You're talking about a Marlins team that just got done losing 12 in a row. In fact, they were swept in 4 straight series. Now the Phillies come down and they come back and they get an offense right now that is really, really struggling on the consistency of the at-bats and just getting guys moving. Now,